G of Sacrifice. I believe he has not taken the 5 damage from the on enter yet, though. Yes, welcome. All good. We see the G of Sacrifice coming out from Stretch, taking 5 damage and drawing a card, as well as the Berserker's Plate, ticking up 3 damage and drawing him another card. He is on 36 health, so he will die during his end phase unless he has some way of recovering. He has not moved into main phase just yet, I believe. So he's just gone to. He's just finished Recollection, and I believe he's about to or already drawn for turn. He's just doing a bit of division with with Jin cards. As you know, Jin is very division heavy. Since Shang-Chi says for every 5 damage on the card, it gains +1 attack. So he is on 36 damage, so it's gaining +7 in addition to its base 1. So it is an... Yes, I believe RM is on a very, very healthy 10, if not more, influence.
Here comes the fire.
Now, I believe that is a Relentless Outburst, if I'm not wrong. I can't quite see with the glare.
Yep, it looks like it. It's only going to come in for, what is that? Every 6 damage, so 12
every
damage.
6 damage, yes.
There's 12 instances of, well, it's 6 instances of 2.
It'll be, unfortunately, with the way that the Majestic Spirit works, the Merlin will be taking no damage. Since it reduces the initial 1 down to 0. And so 0, there's no damage being done.
I think RM is now explaining it right now.
Yes. I believe that is what is being explained right now.
Yeah, correct.
Very unfortunate.
Because the Crux is out, yeah.
However, it will do 6 damage to the rest of the board, including the Majestic Spirit itself.
Is it to all?
Yes, it's the entire board except for Jin. However, the 35 plus damage section is the extra 1 damage on the champion. It's, I believe, just a poison dagger for the turn.
Yeah.
Yes, it does look like RM is explaining how the damage reduction is working. And
but I guess here too, like, you're not going to kill him even if it did 12 damage. How many cards has it got in hand? Like 1 here, I can see maybe 2. Like this is a scoop and go again, right? I don't think it goes back. If you couldn't recover through this round or prevent some of the damage through, like you don't have a reaction here to stop yourself getting under the 36.
Yes. I mean, there is another 8 damage from the
the weapon you can swing through.
However, I do believe that would only make him at 20. So still not quite enough. I believe they have called for a judge, although I am not judging. I could hop in. Give me 1 second.
These logos got changed.
Let me mute this one.
Looks like Eddie's going to go and do some judging, which is great. Look, some great formats here. Already seeing a rechange to Merlin. Some new cards coming with the Sorcerer. I think it's a pretty stock standard set playing with Merlin. I mean, it's one of the strongest probably decks coming out there in a long time. It still stands strong, and I think the new changes in Power is probably going to see a lot more still played and competitive. Good to see Jin coming out from Stretch, but unfortunately, I think this matchup is quite difficult. Interested to see if anybody's got any comments around what could be done to counter such play with Jin, I guess. What can you try and do to get to this state where you have enough to prevent some of the fireball damage? You can deal with the card draw of the... How do you deal 10 damage to get rid of the deer itself, the Majestic Spirit? Yeah, I'm just very interested to see what these Jin players start to cook over the next coming weeks of Illusive TCG. I mean, you love to see too some great mats as well. Looking at these mats we've got here, looks at the signed deck of RM who takes his time. I believe he gets players when he goes to events to sign, which is really cool. And it looks like a beautiful... I don't think it's a Grand Archive one from Stretch. I'm unsure of that one. Eddie's back.
No, hello. I have returned. Now the judges have stepped in, so I don't need to explain it.
Cool.
But yes, it is like we thought. There wasn't, I guess, Stretch not quite understanding the relentless outbursts. However, I do believe it's all been...
Yep, damage has gone through. Cards have been removed from the board. He's drawn for a Larby Witch. He's now swinging to attack.
He's swinging to attack to finish off
for 4.
Yes. Finishes off the deer to retaliate for 4.
Ooh, and 2 men flashes. Game changer. Here we go. Holy. That is massive. Wow. What a draw.
Now, the men flesh is a slow card, so he did have to play them before the end of his term, if a third, which does put him out of unless any sort of, I guess, interaction.
Yeah, I guess the question here is that does RM have enough firepower here
on end step?
Yeah, can he get something here to end step to push him back over? He's empowering. You got to be scared now. Is that empower 2 with that card?
Yes.
There's a fireball.
Is at...
It's so hard to see what his RM's level is right now. Assuming it's maybe 2 times his latent, so 5. I'm guessing that the way RM is packing up the cards, he did enough damage.
I believe total power 1. About our level.
Oh, that's game 1. RM spells and Stretch taking it.
Into game 2. Yes. Game 1.
Game 1.
2 or 3.
This is game 1
or 2, sorry.
That was game 1,
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
That was game 1. What do you think you're sideboarding here as...
Also,
do you sideboard here?
I didn't think I was that late.
No, yeah, you were just in, yeah. Game 1. What do you think you sideboard here, Eddie?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
Having some connection issues, I believe.
As in you can't hear me, or you're
no, I believe it.
Eddie.
It's on server side. Yes, hello.
The Discord server. Maybe it's the Discord server that's playing, not me.
No, I believe it's me. I believe that's issue.
Any Australian network internet people, if you're out there, please help us out and upgrade our internet. We don't want copper wire.
On my side,
we want fiber. So
Ah, yes. Copper wire. I believe copper wire is also more expensive than optic fiber.
Okay, can you? What are you doing here after your first game? You're stretched. You've lost the first game. What are you trying to sideboard? Do you think you even sideboard? And if you would, what do you think you try and sideboard into this matchup? Some decent shuffling coming out from Arm Spells.
Immolation trap? Maybe an immolation trap.
Yep. I mean, do you have that in your sideboard? Is that a thing? You know, what other?
For the deal, unless he's got ways of dealing with. Yeah, that is also the question. Early in the meta, everyone's got their sideboards worked out. Uh,
Mm.
Considering that. So, ooh, am I back? Hello.
Oh,
Oh, hello. I'm cutting in out, I believe.
I don't know if it's a Discord server can't deal here or. Yep, it looks like it. Something going to come in for what is that?
Back.
I'm back, Eddie.
Hello.
All right, Spirit of Fire's come out, pretty stock standard. Looks like a hasty had swung in for damage. I don't see any discards though. No floating to discard. Oh, but it looks like
No
Blanche
float to
was played.
discard.
Blanche was played? No, that's a 2 damage. Sorry, that was a. It was an
A
alternate
honorable
art
vanguard.
for alternate art for she takes 1 damage. You take 2 damage and you put it down. Clumsy Apprentice.
Oh,
I got
clumsy
it.
apprentice.
Was
Clumsy
played.
apprentice.
Yep, and he did discard. Looks like he put down 2. Swung, discard honorable, and then creative. A great opener to get some digging
Yes.
happening for Arm Spells.
Flame Rune Swordsman, though, unfortunately. So it will not be a floating for his level up this turn. It does look like Stretch elected to go first this time round. So the cremation on the 3-cost ally was able to be played by RM spells here.
I think what was kind of missing in the first game here is that Jin has inheritability bonus of swinging his pole harm, giving damage bonus. He's got the double attack. You know, Stretch didn't utilize that at all in game one, right? He's doing this draw ability with fire, but then not doing any damage. You know, he's trying to. I guess he's trying to do like a dig kind of build where he's trying to build cards to get to level 3 early, and then he's not laying any damage out early on, right? Making it very hard to close the gap and just not utilizing those 2 champion skills.
So it's very interesting that you bring that up because of the Jin builds that I have seen, most of them don't really make great use of the level 2, considering that you need a pole arm, or you'd rather you need the weapon out.
Yeah.
For level 2, right?
Yeah, or a polearm attack card can do it as well, I believe.
Yeah, so if should you want to make use of the level 2, you need 2 attacks then, or a pole arm, and to bring that out, you got to take a turn off at level 1.
Mm.
But the thing is, I believe that Jin decks are very Exia heavy. But this time we're seeing Jin swing with, I believe that's a Blazing Lunge, doing 4 damage, and then another 2 coming in with the Hasty Messenger, with that Jin inherited effect, like you've mentioned.
Which is good. Like before, he was sitting at zeros. It's good to see him coming out here and doing some damage early on.
Yeah, uh, doing some early damage to Merlin, very, very valuable, as Merlin is not a champion that really recovers any damage. Ooh, we see the dungeon
Early
guide to
DJ again.
2 again. Now, I wonder why. If it's just a play to hit mage, or if it's a play because they've got the second dungeon guide this time. It looks like last time they did dungeon guide to 2 to enable that mage class rather than Lorraine's warrior class.
Oh, another create.
From mating the dungeon guide for an extra 2. That's 6 influence on Merlin, with 1 float in bin for the Merlin player, and no float or stretch.
I mean, RM
So
might know
should
here too. Like, he hasn't seen. He's like, look, if I can manage again that floating consume, am I just going to get the long advantage here because I'm going to force Jin to just keep burning cards to get that level up? Because he's really not going to have any threat or on the board at the moment. I didn't see it last time to come out and challenge like on field. So he's just playing the kind of
GC.
playing the
Yeah.
influence game here.
Now, interestingly enough, Jin is one of the champions that can keep up with Merlin, I believe, just with that Berserker's plate,
Oh, there's a
bringing you an extra card every turn. Dungeon Guide to 3 from Stretch. Uh, Love to see it. He missed it last game, so he was in a very bad spot with his materializations.
Super excited to get it out.
Yeah, so now he's immortal.
Oh no, it's just 1 to 2.
Oh, it's a 1 to 2. That's interesting. Mirroring the dungeon guide play. Oh, is this a
Double
second
DD.
dungeon guide? Oh, it is. Second dungeon guide.
Oh no. Oh no. We
Oh,
caught on
no,
here.
it's not a dungeon guide. That is a Flame Rune Swordsman. Never mind.
He's just trying to mirror the
Electing to
pace
bring
here.
out the early pressure. Yes. I wonder if that means he's got the second one and just hasn't elected to play it.
I've seen a few Merlin gameplays, and I'm really like, I think he's just trying to prevent. Like, he's like, okay, this one's ODG. If I don't catch up, I'm going to be behind. I don't have, if I'm not going to level up, right? Like, it looks like his deck, his stretch deck, is that he just wants to level to his Exia. So he's just going to play it at 2 costs, get 2 off, and just try and match the pace of RM.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you can match RM's pace until you hit level 3, considering that the your big value engines are all locked behind Exia. Um, but I'm sure he's got a plan in mind, and when he's made that play, so we'll see what happens.
Agreed.
4 influence from Stretch here, but with 2 allies on board. Bringing out that early pressure again
Sort
on
of
the
signed
Merlin.
GCR.
Yeah, now what's the Merlin player? Yes, the signed GCR. The blue signature was throwing me off. Like, what is that?
I think
I
Limelight must
believe
have
it's
signed it.
signed by one of the devs.
Yeah, I think that's what we were talking. I was talking earlier about Irem's player mat. It's just players he's played in Nats with and stuff they got to sign, or does it get devs to sign? I think I met the guy once and I can't remember.
I believe it was it might have been Ascent or Nats. I don't quite recall, but
Surely he's counting his cards here. He's not playing.
but I do see Freedom X15 on there, FX15. That is, I believe, one of his fellow players from New Zealand.
Oh,
Ooh.
Purge.
Very interesting deck choice here. Purge in Flames. from
5
the
cost.
Merlin. 3 damage to
6 cost.
board.
Wow. 6 to get rid of a DG and a Flame Room.
Now, there is 3 damage to face, I believe, with Purge that Stretch has not accounted for.
Yeah, I believe it's
That
all
neither
units.
player has accounted for yet. But that does give Stretch the Flame Rune in bin.
Did he already tap Merlin to consume it?
I'm not quite sure, but I believe so, considering he's got a level counter.
Yes, because it went to banishment from DG. So he's wiped it to get that. I'm thinking by hand. I mean, if you had to do a 6 cost to get rid of that swordsman, that seems quite spicy.
Well, it alleviates the 3 damage on board of pressure that I believe he doesn't have a way to get rid of otherwise. But there's also the fact that he gets to eat the Flame Rune Swordsman off of the Merlin 2, getting that extra 1 counter. So when you go into Merlin on your level up, you do get that extra draw.
Very useful. Library Witch
Very
coming down
useful.
here.
Library Witch coming down here for the Jin player. Stretch.
See, this
Interestingly enough,
didn't have that
the
DG,
Library
so
Witch.
why didn't he? He could have held out another turn, paid a 2 cost card of Library Bitch last turn, had 2 cards, then leveled up
Yeah,
using the 2
very
in his
interesting.
memory, and then DG to 3. Just unsure of the plays here tonight.
Well, there are new decks going around, and maybe not
sure.
everyone's
No
100% proficient in their lines of play, but leveling to 2 with the dungeon guide, maybe just like you said, try to match the pace of Merlin, trying to hit the trying not to let them get too far ahead on materializations. But maybe there's a spicy heavenly guide
Oh yes,
somewhere that
that's a spicy
that we haven't
meatball. Let's
taken
go.
into account for level 3. So maybe it's the anti-heavenly guide plays that they're going for. I honestly couldn't tell you.
Swings at face, looks of 1 damage there from the honorable.
No, I believe it'll be 3 damage with the Merlin trigger of +2 damage. Now, of note is that Stretch is 3 damage behind since he did not take the 3 damage from Purge in Flames. So, bit of a failure to maintain game state there. However, it does look like both players have missed it. And that's a fast cure coming down for Stretch. Using it as floating to level. to 3. Being level 3 with only 2 influence is very rough.
For sure.
But he will draw to 3, so we'll see what he can do here. With but is very healthy on 6 life. Plays a Library Witch. Puts 2 down so that he's got some. So he's got some. He's got some.
He swung with the pole.
Yes, so he's got an
swung
ally.
With the pole He swung with the pole arm to get that damage buff, and then swang with.
Yes.
Library Witch just trying to get any damage out he can here with the 2-card influence.
Yes.
He's staring down the barrel of Pendragon. It's like, where you're gonna try and make it work right now.
Now, interestingly enough, I think the Merlin player. Ooh. I was going to say the Merlin player probably just ignores that tap down Library Witch.
Yep.
But more importantly, having that library witch and being able to put down 2 cards lets you bring out your breastplate next
correct.
turn. So we'll see.
One
Is the one?
face.
One is going to face, and 3 to face. A library which will live. There is also the choice of bringing out the whole arm this turn as well.
Oh, there's the magistrate.
Never
There's
mind.
the
Here's
spirit.
the incarnate.
Oh boy.
The CSR majestic spirit pushing.
God, it looks
Stretch
good.
to
Look at that
14.
design. Sure, it gives people nightmares at night, but
Now,
God, it's beautiful.
I do want to clarify that majestic spirit, not a horse. If you've noticed, a lot of the A and B cards have horse
True.
as an animal, as their subtype. Majestic spirit is a beast. So not quite horse, not quite deer. Considering there is also a deer subtype, I believe, with shining antelope, I want to say.
Shining.
Antelope?
Interesting. Coming out there with the Chalice of Blood play. I think it's really good. Kind of gets.
Yes.
But I mean, really, at RML, RM is like, I'm just going to keep drawing and building a big state that I can try and get enough damage to push you to 35 and then hit you with a fireball and put you in that range. Like, he's in a very good position.
Yeah. At the moment, very confusing Chalice of Blood here by Stretch, considering he could have gone for the breastplate
And got the draw starting, yeah.
and gotten the draw, getting the draw engine started, and not being able to actually use the Chalice on materialization and bringing it out, maybe deterrent for the Merlin player to not push him over 20.
It's like, I guess too, like, your deterrent is the immortal. That's the whole point of Jin, right? Is a deterrent. Like, I'm just going to hit you, but really it doesn't matter. Right? He's already got like a counter-natural deterrent.
Will he swing with the Majestic Spirit?
Oh, he does. Wow.
Bringing
Pushes
up
him to 21. Interesting
Chalice
play.
of Blood active here. Is that a swing with Merlin?
Yeah, coming for 3.
Yes.
He might just be going for
4 off lethal.
pushing him, yeah.
Yeah.
Demonic Charm coming
he plays
out.
the charm.
If he's not going to bring him to lethal, I don't see why you would have given him the 2 draw from the Chalice. But, you know.
I believe it may be just to push him to a point where he can fireball for game at end phase.
Yeah.
Considering he's got 2 charms on board and the tariff ring, I think he's feeling safe.
Oh, yeah, you definitely.
Backup charger from
What?
Stretch.
Baka, what? It's not bringing out the. He's just going for a huge draw.
Play, not the and then he pops the. Oh, he hasn't popped the Chalice yet. Interesting. Oh no, here we go. Pops the Chalice.
I mean, if he's sitting on a mend, that's 8 damage. You can bring it down.
We've seen Stretch go from a 2-card influence to what is now, I believe, 7 or 8.
3. Yeah, definitely 7.
So he's got cards to play with now, and I believe Tariff Ring was popped.
Correct, on recollection, yeah.
So the question is, how does he get rid of the Majestic Spirit? What is
that immolation trap? I think there are cards though, like isn't Enrage is a really good single target damage card that you could have an Exia which does a high amount of single target based on health.
So Enrage buffs your next attack based on how much damage you've taken.
Correct.
But I'm not seeing the line where he where he gets rid of the Majestic Spirit in an efficient way. The ideal is to cleave it down, but oh, he mends flesh here, going down to 16. I believe afraid of that fireball.
Is that not fast
You
cure?
can't.
I think it's fast cure.
Huh, fast cure. Down to 12. One
Bro's
float.
healing, dude.
Maybe.
He's in the corner popping personals, dude. He's healing up.
uh, yeah, he's got a. He's just pocket saging himself.
I think too for a round. I believe my timer because we had a bit of a disconnect, but I'm pretty sure we're coming close to end a round as well. That safeguard amulet is so strong against this matchup of Jins. When I was told that because we talked about earlier about the Crocs already
Yes.
being an instant of damage, safeguards the other removal because
Now,
every instant is protected by 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, though, Jin, like Merlin, is very hybrid damage. Although I'd say it's more attack damage
Physical,
than
yeah. Spells.
than I guess ability damage, like with the Relentless Outburst.
Yeah, correct.
But Safeguard, the probably your best friend against Relentless Outburst. Doesn't do much against Enrage and all your other attack cards, but with Intercept up on the Majestic Spirit, I believe he feels quite safe. So I unfortunately don't see a line of play where Stretch can come back. And should we hit time, I believe it will be a 1-0 to RM Spells. Mr. Spells with the Harry Potter sleeves.
He's a New Zealand boy, right, as well? He's from NZ?
Yes.
I don't know about Stretch.
So.
I'm unsure where Stretch is also. NZ
Stretch is a local. He is a Melbourne local.
Here we go. Breastplate's coming out.
Ooh, Breastplate comes out with the floating from Bin. 1 damage. Not to dox Alex or anything. Not to dox Stretch, but I believe his name is Alex.
Okay.
You may know him as Alex. Quite the tall fellow. That
goddamn glare, man. He plays glare and attack phase. Release handle mirror. Looks like a recover. Mend flesh.
This man
keep mending. So we've had 2 mend fleshes this time. I mean, pretty good consistently.
2 mend fleshes and a fast cure.
I mean, we're talking about early days content here. Already we're saying, like, we've got this play that Stretch has made is very good. He's surviving a lot of rounds. We just need to see where he's going to pull the damage out.
Yeah.
Waiting to try and get to that phase. He did a lot of damage with that cleave before, but we know this horse is just so strong. And maybe from this game, he's going to think about next time what goes in my sideboard. Like you said, the immolation trap to try and get rid of this horse when it gets played.
Yeah. Personally, I think that the best way to actually formulate the sideboard is by playing and seeing what you need to, I guess, change your deck against.
Correct.
For example, in this case, the Majestic Spirit has been his biggest problem.
And I think too, one of the biggest changes they had is all the, with the changes to the sideboard from last season to this season, right? With the extra amount of cards, like that's where this stuff's to help you.
3-point system for material deck cards. I think siding in all 3 baubles, which counted as 1 card, was very strong.
Comes all the damage now.
Yeah.
26. What are we at? 8 to lethal? No, 9 to lethal?
We are
35?
Yes, at 9 to lethal. But he does have the 2 charms, which will buff him, which will empower his next spell. Oof.
Coming out. Must be
ritual here.
Looking still with so many cards.
Yeah, maybe he's digging for the fireballs. But I believe he feels quite safe. Oh, Purge in Flames.
Another Purge in Flames? I mean,
Purge in Flames for free. 3 damage to face this time. He didn't miss the. I do want to remind you that he did miss the 3 damage to face from the first
True.
purge.
Yeah.
So not too, you know,
A second.
I guess
So
yeah.
3
A
birds with
second time
lambs.
would have been oof. Second purge in flames for another 3 damage. So he's 3 off lethal here. Majestic Spirit will back up. The 32 damage mark. Ooh, he pays a 1 to bring out the Trangi of Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Now, this will bring him up to 40 damage. Uh, yes, 40. There we go. All his Exia cards are now enabled. He's got a very healthy hand. So we'll see if he can kill this turn or not. He needs to do 20. He needs to do 16 damage and get
Awesome.
through the horse. Well, the Majestic Spirit.
He needs a nice cleave. Be good here.
Cleave. Yes, Cleave would do it, I believe.
How many points of damage are we on for the polearm right now? Do we say every
The
in
polearm
6?
is on 9 damage. Is that another
Ooh.
Relentless Outburst? I believe that is a Relentless
is.
Outburst. Now, how much damage is that doing to the board? It is doing 6. So 40 divided by 6.
It goes in 6 times the remainder. So 6 damage.
Yes.
6
So it'll be
instances.
6 damage to the board. Unfortunately, the Pendragon and the Merlin will take no damage.
Well, doesn't it's nothing? Does the Majestic Spirit get halved as well? Doesn't it not
No,
take 12?
it's other crux. Other crux.
So would it not take 12 here?
No. The second instance of +1 damage only applies to the champion.
Correct.
So
Yep.
technically, every damage done to Merlin at this point will be +1 damage.
Is that a second relentless?
I believe that is a second Relentless Outburst.
So it kills.
Has he ordered this correctly? So, because the second one will kill the Majestic Spirit, however, it will not kill the Merlin.
How does the instance of damage work between here? So does that 6 happen simultaneously here?
Yes.
Or does the spirit die?
So I believe he's sequenced it incorrectly. Should he have attacked the Majestic Spirit after? Ooh. Okay. I believe that was I believe that's a. How
It's
much
a standard
is he
attack, yeah.
for?
It's like 6
Yeah,
plus
just
2,
a
8.
standard attack.
That's just 8. 8, but plus, well, it might be 10. I'm not sure the, or it might be 8, including what the actual value of the card is.
I believe that is a proof of life from the Jinn, and I believe the Jinn is just scooping it up. I'm unsure, but I think if Stretch had played the first Relentless Outburst, attacked with his pole arm, and then played the second, he may have killed the Merlin, because that additional 1 damage does stack. So the second Relentless Outburst would have hit for 24 damage, I believe. 12.
What does the damage stack?
No. Sorry, for 18 damage, I believe.
So what you're saying, he would have been, the Relentless would have come in for 40 divided by, so he would have come in for 6 iterations of 2, right? It would have come in for 12.
So with the first Relentless Outburst, um, it still does make the Merlin take an extra 1 damage for every instance of damage.
Yeah. So he would.
Now,
Oh yeah. Mistaken.
and then so playing the first one damages the Majestic Spirit by 6, and then killing the Majestic Spirit with the pole arm, and then playing the second Relentless Outburst
Yep.
would have done 6 damage.
Plus 12.
But that 6 damage would be in instances of 1, and that instance of 1 would be plus 2 for every instance, so it would have done 18 damage. And I believe that would have been enough to kill. Unfortunately, I don't think he saw the line, or he was unsure about the Majestic Spirit mechanics.
All right. Pretty
I
fun.
believe that is game 2 over, and they are reporting for game. Yes, they have reported. It's a 2-0 to RM Spells.
Great. Well, that has been game 1 for TCG. We had fixed our internet issues, which is great.
That's Australia for you.
And look, we'll come back. We'll BRB, and we will see you soon.
Hi, Pixie.
Alrighty, we are transitioning back. It's me, MrReeeee, and Eddie tonight, checking with you with hosting us for the Illusive TCG. Round 2, Volt Pixie, and we got a returner for RM Spells. So looking at Volt Pixie must have won and coming in for the next game. Alright, let's see if I can tell Eddie. Oh, I can see Eddie
Hello.
unmuting. Eddie is here. Eddie, we've got Volt Pixie
am
versus
here.
RM Spells.
The
The next
Harry
round.
Potter sleeves make a return with Merlin. Now, I'm not too sure what Volpixie is on. I believe you may know.
She may be playing slimes. We've done a lot of
Slimes, just
work
based
with
on the
slimes
sleeves.
slimes based on the sleeves, but she also has Tristan over there.
But she also has Tristan sleeves, so
It may be Jin. She has been cooking with a little Jin deck. I don't think it's Water Allies. I think she hates Water Allies. First player going to RM, Spirit of Fire coming out, drawing 7.
believe you two are quite close friends.
Yes,
So-
a long time back on back in high school. We made friends with her partner Matt, and that was their love story. And I was just a third wheel in the distance. So,
Well, you know, 50 years ago, back when we were all in high school, that was the thing, right?
I'm only 30, bro.
Only 30.
Yeah, dude.
30. Yeah.
Also, shout out from Lila. That is a Creative Shock playmat for people tuning in. Creative Shock channel. And we've got Hasty coming out. A great play for Mernal. Looking to discard here.
Pays 2 for a Library Witch.
Interesting.
There is
Can't
no
swing.
target to attack.
Yeah, so just...
Spirit of Slime.
There it
there
is.
will be no discard for Hasty. And
Unlock for
you
you.
know your friend very well. Spirit of Slime.
Yeah. If you're looking for someone that was super happy with the Sylvie changes, Volpixie was one of them.
Funnily enough, I pulled a Sylvie Slime Sovereign CSR, and I believe now Volpixie owns it.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations on the pull. 2 down for the Forest Cake, a great add into the last set.
Cake. Oh, 2 down
Double
for another
Forest Cake. This is the slime stuff. We're talking about that consistency of a slime deck. Very interesting how this plays.
Next thing you know, there's 3 in a row.
Holy, you can hear the laughter in Volpixie's voice. Oh my lord.
Only thing better would have been a grey slime to
run some damage.
But oof, that's a very, very strong opener from Volpixie there, representing +3/+3 on any animal or beast she chooses to force feed those cakes to.
Looks like straight away going for the level up this time, disregarding any trying to play any floating and just forcing it out.
I believe there'll be 1 discarded here with the Hasty.
Yep.
And that is a. I believe that
it's the Empower card,
is I believe that's Indolent Leisure. Is it in? I believe that's Indolent Leisure. It's the pay 3 to draw a card, and if you are level 3 and a cleric or mage, you may draw a card into memory. Very powerful plus
Not a
one.
floating though.
Not a floating, unfortunately, but looks like it was just dead in their hand early, so they've chosen to draw a different card. I believe they've
Harmonic Charm
attacked,
coming out.
passing the turn to Volpixie. Two cards in hand, I believe. So there's the so the decision is to swing with the sword or not.
Early
Very
damage is good here. I feel
indecisive.
like this is a very
No.
hard matchup here for Arm Spells. He's looking at Queen's at such a strong opener. Surely she sacrifices here, goes for the level up, gets a nice Sylvie
Yes.
buff her next card, and hopefully she also gets a slime going straight to banishment here.
Couldn't ask for more. What is that? Oh, that's a turbocharge.
Wow,
Not one
that's
you want to
not,
lose.
not the one you want to lose. I think she only runs one event to lose that. Damn. 1D
I
says
believe
it's a
they are.
heightened spell.
I believe they are one-ofs in most decks, but no backup charger, no power cell out, so maybe you're not too unhappy to lose it. Materializations are quite valuable in Sylvie as well. 3 down for a limitless slime. Coming in with the +1 from Sylvie level 1, and all 3 cakes!
Wow.
That is
So
a
now it's
big
4
limitless
buffs,
slime.
so that's already 5.
That's a 5/5. Now, there is a Library Witch up for RM spells, who can choose to soak that 5, unless Volpixie here. Oh, never mind. Scavenging Raccoons.
So that guy before was actually heightened spellcraft,
Heightened Spellcraft.
which
So
is
it
a
was
floating, yeah,
floating,
but
but
only
I
a
believe for
memory
mage
fast
only.
bonus. Yeah, correct. So he couldn't use it.
So
Wow, how's that raccoon too?
Oh, that's 5 to face.
Classic Training Grounds creative move. If you're tuning in right now, you want to know how to play Creative Shock Training Grounds. This is it. This is what you're playing for. Well, Pixie in the flesh. Holy.
Oh, Raccoon, the 1 damage to kill off the Library Witch Intercept.
Yep.
To soak 5 to face. So that's a quarter of Lorraine's health right there.
Definitely, like we were saying last game with Aaron Spell, we talked about that he didn't have that Stretch didn't have that early gameplay to put the pressure on. Completely now game changing in this game. You're seeing the deck variety of this game. It's like crap. Now there's a 5/5 on the board, and if she levels up again, it's going to get that +2 health and attack. It's become a monster. It's like, what can I do now in his position? He needs to either get up higher to start running some Pendragons, or throw out some early fireballs. But again, what do you do?
Rough spot for RM spells, considering he's got no float to level up. Should he decide to go to level 2, he would have to hard level to 2. I believe he's got a 7 card hand now, 6 card hand now, sorry, with the Death of the Library Witch. To go down to 4 and then back up to 5, should he level up. And is made the hard choice, I believe, to level up to Merlin 2. Hopefully there's a dungeon guide in hand for him. Oof.
You'd
To
hope
hit
so.
3, but
even then, they're going to be waste. Like the purge the wicked. Is it the kind of before like that?
Purge in Flames, no. Purge in Flames doesn't do it here. Not for.
That's what I mean. That's still.
Yeah. Discarding. Oh wait, no. He
could impair it though.
And discards a Shieldmate. Interesting that he'd discard the Shieldmate, since he could have discarded a different floating and played the Shieldmate to soak that 5 damage. And still have float in bin, but
maybe a second Shieldmate.
Oh, is that a dungeon guide? 3 down.
Dun 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 dun.
Finally seeing a
Super
dungeon guide to 3.
Super compilation here, deciding.
Yeah.
What else is the 3-cost card? It's the DG.
It will come down, and they will eat the floating in bin for that extra level counter to get that extra draw the next recollection phase.
Yep.
But playing on 2 influence,
Yeah, this is gonna be hella rough.
they will go up to, let's say, Cruxite and a Dungeon Guide banished. So 2 influence. It's a rough game for RM Spells. Hopefully, he's got some recovery in the form of Pendragon.
We need them now. That's what you need them spells. All right.
Yeah,
Level
now's when he needs them. If he was a real wizard, he'd top deck them. Heart of the cards.
Gather slimes there, and
no slimes. A gather slimes
Songbird?
and a songbird.
I think Gather Slime
level
correct.
up to
It's a
2.
slime card, right? That's still classified.
It is a slime card.
Yep. So one,
No
we're on
slime
one.
allies. Yes. Now she does draw 1 from the Sylvie level 2 on enter.
In a good
for having
spot
an
here.
animal. Note that the Limitless is an animal and not a beast.
I mean, she sits here with a DG. That's coming in for like 7 damage already, just with that plus whatever tier 3 slime she has.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Of note, the Limitless slime is now now activates the level 2 text box.
Correct. So we get the +2 health, and we have
gets the +2 health and +1 damage. So it is sitting at a 6/7, I believe.
Yep.
Pays 2 for a baby grey slime, revealing 2 slime cards, a slime shield, and a baby green slime from hand to draw a card.
Slime shield says, "Look, if you're going to go for that slime, I'm going to slime shield it."
Yes, very, very strong card.
Descending face coming in.
Giving the buff counter 1 damage, sends the 1, and then sends the 6.
Maybe fast plays a Resolute here.
No Resolute.
Wonder if he sideboarded the Resolute. He did have it, remember, end of game 2 last game.
I don't think you'd play it here anyway, just so you get that 3rd draw. I believe he'll go GCR here to get that 1 draw, and then tick up the Merlin for the 2nd, and then draw 1 for turn for the 3rd, unless he's got something else in mind, such as the Tome of Sorcery.
I mean, it's a really good thing for Pixie. Like, first of all, opening 3 cakes, and then going, you know what? If I buff this early, I know Merlin's going to have a hard time dealing with it. You know, compared to other champions that other champions or deck builds you come across that probably deal with that Limitless early. If you play the Merlin probably doesn't have a quick answer for that. Maybe not in their main deck, and maybe in the side deck.
No, I don't think in Fire Merlin there's a good early game answer to a big 5/5 chonker. That may need to change at some point, considering we've got the Lava Soul Tiger now also. Very strong early game card. Yes.
That fire
big
boy.
5/5 chonker. Ticks up pre-recollection, draws 1, cracks the GCR to draw the 2nd. And then we'll recollect and draw the 3rd. So that's 5 cards now for RM Spells. We'll see what they want to do.
She showed her slime shields, and I was like, hey, even if you get to the currently, what is that? 4, 5. That was that 4, 6, 7 health slime, correct?
7 health.
2, 3, yeah, like that is so much.
The slime shield. Slime Shield does represent an extra 4 health, considering that it does buff the slime.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to largely be ignored.
And hoping that he's got shield mates that he can...
may see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may see the limitless potential that the slime does have once it hits level 3.
And what's scary, and that's what we're talking about. I talk Australian too about the slime deck and the consistency. Like this isn't even a win, really, not really the win con of slime, right? You're looking at the
No,
you're
no,
looking at the
no.
win con of your arcane slime and your crux slime. You know, they're what you build for, right? Like this early just shows that
Yeah.
you have so many opportunities as deck to deal damage.
Now there was a Orb of Sealing card printed that slightly addresses the Storm Slime, the Arcane Slime that you did mention.
Mm.
However, with the Baby Green Slime that we know is in hand, Volpixie's safe. Anytime they want to bring out the Storm Slime, they can just Baby Green Slime the Orb of Sealing, and all their cards will come back from banishment. So it's not really much the Merlin player can do here, I don't think. Swings for 3.
Oh, going for the slime.
Ooh, taking the slime. 4 at the slime.
I mean, if
Now
he's going pound forward and pushes it over.
there is 3 cards. No, 4 cards in hand for Volpixie there. So the slime shield is 100% active.
Yeah.
Even a second one could be played. Now 5 damage being dealt to the storm slime.
I mean, if a second slime,
Knowing,
if I dump all my cards
sorry.
into this and there's 2 slime shields and keeps it up, I'm scooping. All right, Eddie, I'm
Oh,
leaving.
Minoic Charm being popped
There's
for the
Fireball.
Fireball. Now that is a 5, 7, 8 damage Fireball. So it will go through the slime shield. But being forced to play a Fireball with Charm this early to get rid of a limitless slime
Which has
pre-level
floating.
3 Sylvie. Yes, it does have floating as well. Looks like the limitless slime will never live up to their limitless potential. However, doing a very respectable chunk of damage to the Merlin here. 12 damage on Merlin is nothing to scoff at.
Pays 3 for level
and
up
like
here.
you said,
Yep. There we go.
killing the Limitless has enabled the level 3 with only 2 cards down.
Is that another songbird?
Now, I believe that was the original Songbird. And there's that Sylvie that I used to own.
I remember that card.
I remember that card. I had it for a full week.
Wow.
Yeah. I wasn't too attached to Sylvie.
All right, we got
I
6.
was more of a Tristan player.
We got 16 damage on the board here. I think it's there. It is. Storm Slime coming out.
There it is.
I think it's 3 maybe here in the banishment.
There was the Limitless, the Gather Slimes, and
I think
I'm
a
unsure.
grey. I think
yes,
there's a
it was
grey.
3.
Yeah.
Yes,
Comes in with
3.
a buff, so it's swinging now for 5. Yep,
5, pushing Merlin to 20. 8 health left. The Baby Grey still up.
Oh.
If she wants that extra 1. And I believe that's 4 cards in hand. So still able to play another advanced element slime. Should they choose to?
Surely, if she had though, like, is she either going to double slime here, hold the arcane? If she had the crux slime, which is escaping me,
Yeah, I believe
you would have played it earlier to get the buff on that.
I
big
believe.
boy.
Yeah, I believe the Ethereal is a better play for the +2 buff counters, coming in as a 5/5 rather than a 5/3. Very vulnerable 5/3, but they do keep the Baby Grey up, so I believe they're expecting.
You still got 2, like DJ. You're just going to protect.
Yeah. Now,
Banishment.
4 cards in hand for the Merlin player.
Ooh, sources.
We'll go to.
Interesting, he didn't go the
Ooh.
tariff ring there to try and surely, unless you're trying to go for a 1-2 kill. But are you gonna do 23 damage in a
Interestingly,
turn with 6 cards?
interestingly enough, they went for the tome. Now they did pay a floating for it, and it may be to empower a an incarnate.
Oh, that's spicy.
I'm unsure if they are level 6. With the tome, they will be level. They will have an efficiency of 7. They can break the sword to make it 8, but I believe they have enough cards to just play the incarnate at 7. There is the hasty. The hasty is coming in. Ooh, not yet. 2. The
Pendragon,
Pendragon.
okay.
Of course, the Pendragon.
Of course, the Pendragon arrives.
Of course, the Pendragon. Did they?
What happened there?
Did they choose not to return? Oh no,
there
never
we
mind. They were just resolving.
Yeah, I'm guessing, like you said, he was thinking about getting it into the banishment for counting the card. Then he's bounced it, and now wondering if he has enough going back and recounting.
Yes, yes. I think that's exactly what happened.
Sometimes the math is hard when you play GA, all right? And it isn't just easy. Play
I
play 3 forest cakes, play limitless, level up both times, then play arcane slime. All right, you got to do the math.
You do have to do the math. The math is the math. The no.
I mean, this is the best time to try and kill the storm slime. I mean,
yes,
she can't banish 2, but she could, I guess, play down to slime shield it, get 2 into her memory, then bounce those 2.
There is the slime shield, and it does look like she's playing the slime shield and is forgotten about it. Is this a misplay from RM Spells, forgetting about the slime shield? It is now a 6/4, so he needs to find 2 damage for the Storm Slime. Otherwise, I believe he will just die next turn. He is thinking about letting it resolve. Oh, here we go. He empowers. It pays 3. Oh, pays 3 for the Nascent Blast. Now this will do 3 damage, which soaks the slime. Second slime shield.
This is what I said before. I'm scooping.
Absolutely devastating here for RM Spells. That is now a 7/4.
Yep,
no,
correct.
yes, a 7/4. Buffed 4 times.
You're also sitting here. She's put 2 cards down. It didn't die, actually. She's not going to rip it. She just has a 7/4.
No, it didn't die.
Holy.
1 damage. He's got to kill that baby grey slime. Otherwise, he does die to board. He does. And then 1 damage to face.
God, tough
very
game.
Scary here. Very scary here for RM Spells. He's got 1 card in hand, and any 1 damage kills him.
Sorry, Doors. I'm trying to cast and backstage is super hard. I just realized, yep, you can see the mouse. Put it up here. That shouldn't happen.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, not something I'm worrying about.
Eddie's enjoying it on the other side. He's a special guest. He's coming in hot fire. He's just calculating, preparing for his next store champs. God,
he's doing the math.
Rail coming out here.
Rail.
How many cards do we have from Volpixie? I can't see. I'm guessing it's 3, maybe a bit more.
3 cards in hand now. Yes, she had 2 down and played her entire hand, and so 3rd card would be a draw for turn. 7 damage to face. Any 1 damage will do it. If she's there we go.
Oh, the green slime. No way, coming up for 1.
coming in for one, and that's the
That's a
game.
scoop. That's game
Uh,
one.
Flickers the tome, just with Baby Green, as Baby Green is a mandatory effect,
To suppress an
and
item.
didn't want to flicker her own Quicksilver Grail. Otherwise, she'd have to banish it and reveal the what I assume to be Covenant of Thorns underneath.
It may not be.
May not
We'll
be.
never know.
We'll
Chat
never
your
know.
thoughts. What could it have been? Some
I
people
mean,
were
there
Horn of
was
Beast calling
a
as well. What else they put under there? Horn of Beast calling is pretty common, right?
Quicksilver. I mean, not Quicksilver. Stone Scale Band.
Stone Scale Band, yeah.
Yeah. There was a match that I watched that was cast where everyone expected it to be a Covenant of Thorns,
Yep.
and I believe it wasn't a Covenant of Thorns. It was a Stone Scale Band, and they just died.
I think I remember that actually.
Yeah, I believe it was Ascent. Uh, the recent one, the most recent one, in Toronto. I
Yeah.
want to say.
I think you're right. I think I was watching it, a Toronto game.
Yeah, that was stuck out in my mind because I thought, oh, that's not that wasn't a Covenant of Thorns.
Yep.
It would have lived if it was a Covenant of Thorns.
Doors in the chat says, what's the ominous black square in the corner? It's actually covering up a logo because today is just with Creative Shock. And I didn't have time to reset, but now I'm going to reset for next week. All the updated visuals so it looks nicer. I will make it more TCG Illusive friendly. So I've kind of been...
They it wasn't it was I believe a logo for a different
Yeah, it was
channel
once. But once is
that
true.
we are not advertising at the moment.
It's just Creative Shock tonight. So
Great guy, once in love.
oh, huge. What a winner.
Sold me some bubble mages that I'm very keen to get my hands on. That
Ooh.
that are in Geo's hand at the moment.
My puppies have come in to watch, which is great. Spooky Square, yeah, dude, this is Spooky Square. It's now part of the stream on Tuesday nights. All right, what are you sideboarding here as Merlin? What's in your sideboard? How are you dealing with this?
What do you sideboard here as Merlin? I think you try the Sealing Orb if you have it.
Yep.
The Orb of Sealing. And just all the other, I guess, stuff you play as Merlin against slimes in the matchup.
So people are so Orb of Sealing, you tap it to put a seal counter up to 2 target face-up non-champion, non-regalia cards in a single banishment and turn them face down. And then on leave, remove all seal counters from the cards in the banishment. If a card has a seal counter removed from it this way, turn it face up.
Now, the reason why that's relevant is just because of the Storm Slime. If your slimes in banishment are upside down, they don't count as a slime, if that makes sense.
Correct. Does Null Lantern do the same thing?
No, Null Lantern only removes the element of cards in grave.
Correct, not the slime card. It's called a slime card, not it's an element.
Yes. Now, interestingly enough, during the MRC season, slimes into Merlin have
some quick
a
facts.
pretty good matchup.
Oh, Eddie's doing the quick math statistics for us. We'd love to see on these channels. Eddie, tell us the stats. Feed us.
Stats, ooh.
Looks like we've had Reflect here.
Yeah.
So a pass for Merlin, who's done a GCR, draw some cards, still holding a lot. Pass back to Volpixie, who's put out a leveled up Sylvie. He's got 1 slime in the banish now. Are we going to see the Limitless? Probably not as strong coming in this turn.
Yeah, I'd say Slimes is probably is favored.
Yeah.
During the MRC season, we had Slimes at 48.6%.
Wow.
Sorry, Merlin at 48.6% against Slimes. Over 901 matches.
Wow. I mean, it's still
Now,
pretty close. 48. It's not a
yeah,
only 50-50.
it's not exactly a 50-50, but it's very, very close. Closer than I thought it would be, especially over such a large number of matches.
Mason Blast coming in for deal 3 damage to target unit to try and get rid of that
Uh,
Limitless.
oh,
Slime shield, here it is, baby.
another slime
Let the
shield.
slimes rise. No, no, no.
Oof,
Just slime out anyway. That
that's
prevents the
rough.
damage.
Uh, another three coming down for a second
Double burn.
nation blast.
I think Serene says, look, you worked for that. I'm going to take my floating.
Yeah, it's a it's a good trade for Volpixie here, considering she gets the floating, and none of the Nascent Blasts were empowered, so they don't go to memory. Burns 2 of their removal spells and 2 cards in hand. No floating. Oh, banishes a Pendragon to level to Lorraine 1. Go to
Yikes,
Recollection and draw.
losing the Pendragon, man.
The not the worst board state I've seen. Oh, Dungeon Guide to 2.
Is that alternate
Dungeon
art?
Guide to 2. This is the new AMB Dungeon
Yes.
Guide.
Very nice.
Banishes 2 to go to Merlin 2 to, I believe, eat
The floating,
the
right?
Storm Slime.
Yep.
Yes.
Fair play.
For that level
Does
counter.
love this level 2.
Yeah, the level 2.
But again, Corinne
Dungeon
says,
Guide
thank
to
you for the
2.
+1 damage for me. Having another floating,
Oh,
another slime in my
that is
banishment.
something that you do need to keep track of as the Merlin player. But I think getting that level counter is worth it. Level 3
Yeah,
enabling
trying to build up that
a lot of
efficiency.
cards.
Especially talking about 4, like he was just short again. Then if you can get that incarnate out, it can really change the game.
Yeah. Now, to note, Merlin last set um, was playing a lot of prismatic,
Hmm.
a lot of Ascension Prismatic Edge. This set, I don't think they're playing Ascension Prismatic Edge as much.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They've gotten a lot of
You'd be swapping for all the new empowered cards, correct? You're trying to
yeah,
use
a
the
lot of
empowerment, yeah, to use.
indirect support from all the Empower
Interesting,
and
Corinne's
all the Kongming
hasn't gone for the
cards.
level up here. Wants to probably get value from the Sylvie too. Looking to like redone her board, so she's brought out the Grail, which I think is Covenant Thoughts gonna be really big here to counter a big fireball into the Majestic Spirit later in the game.
Hmm.
Okay, trying to dig here.
Yeah, of note, there was no ally on board for the level 2 value, so I
Yeah.
think Volpixie there has decided to maybe just take the turn off to bring out the Quicksilver Grail uh, rather than the rather than level up to get value from that Sylvie level 2 at some point in the
Ooh, baby
future.
red coming out, nice. Can she empower it with a Refire card to come in 3 to kill the DG? Discards, look to escape the wreckage. Where did she attack? Did she do it face?
No. Um, that's interesting. Maybe she did attack face and just hasn't updated the damage totals? Because I
There we
didn't
go.
see anything dying. Yes, there we go.
Just swing nothing. Okay. Tower frame coming out. Starting to build your defensive board here. Alright, I'm deciding what he does.
A dungeon guide swing into the
Baby
baby red. Interestingly enough, discarding escape the wreckage, not a float, but cycling a card.
How many floats are they really running now? What are our floats for? I mean, Limitless, if she has got 4 of those. Does she have
Limitless,
the Eruption? Another one they may be
slime
running.
eruption. I'm not too sure what else there is
That's the 2 standard floats.
people are running at the moment.
Flame Swordsman. Joey Wheeler special. Was that his name?
Yeah, that was his name. Joey Wheeler.
Was it my flaming swordsman? It's the flame rude swordsman. Sorry.
No, this one's flame rune swordsman. A good, good nod. Good nod to
homage to the thing.
Yeah.
It's like 2 more.
Or maybe it's just a generic guy with a fire sword, and that's just in every, in every
TCG video
IP.
game story.
Yeah. Fire swords are cool.
Minus points for not using.
How do we make a guy fire? Give him a fire sword.
Blast the Jungle in the chat says minus points for not using the A and B art. True, dude. True.
Or the AX art. The Anime Expo alternate art. I believe that one is the Dawn of Ashes first edition art. So
you are correct.
It is
so knowledgeable.
It is a
the Flame Rune Swordsman, the new A and B does look hella cute. You got those points for that.
I'm a big fan of the Anime Expo one. I think that one's the best one we have so far.
I don't know if it's hidden on shadow and I can't see.
The flavor text on it is unbeatable. If you know, you know.
Well, I don't know, so I'm gonna have to know eventually. DG's coming out here. Looks like coming out a buffed Ethereal, but I don't see any buff counters on it.
I believe it's coming in buffed
now,
with,
she's doing the Tamer card.
Cake, as well as the 2 buffs from Sylvie 3, and removing a Regalia.
That's not a stone scale.
No, I believe it is a stone scale band.
Wow, she removed the stone scale?
Well, it is less good since the errata. However, it is still a very good card.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they think they don't need it this matchup.
Yeah.
Rather having the beast bond boots or the beast bond ears for this matchup.
They get the magic damage. But I mean, that's what the Covenant of Thorns is for, right? Like, can you get hand is too good? It says you don't need it. I mean, you've still got a lot of damage here. You've got 27 damage to get through. You've got the impending.
That is rough. That is rough for RM spells. He hard levels to 3, 1 card in hand. It goes up to 3 cards in hand.
And you got to get in before this incarnate comes out, right?
Yeah. 11 damage though, so it's looking good for our girl Volpixie.
1 coming at face here.
Yes.
1 more coming at face. And she's got 2, 1 card in play, 1 card in hand. Like already just putting that tower frame stop. Swinging.
Ghosts of Pendragon here would be huge. Be huge for. Here we go. What else could it be for 2?
Summon your horse.
Could it be for 2? Technically not a horse.
What?
If it was a
Isn't it
horse, like Crux would be broken with equestrianism.
Oh yeah, but the visual, he's a man riding a horse, right? It's a
He is
dragon horse?
it is a ghost in armor riding a ghost horse in armor, I believe.
Where's the Pendragon come into it?
Ghost of Pendragon. I believe
Pendragon's his lineage, his story?
I believe Pendragon is actually a place.
Wow. Okay, there's some lore for you from Eddie. That's
Yeah.
Eddie, the wizard of knowledge here tonight. Just honestly great to be casting with you. A guy that's been in part of the community for so long. So good to get you on the in the voice here tonight, casting with me. Just love it. That's a great Pendragon's a place. And if he's wrong, Eddie told you. So viewers that are watching out there now. Okay, we're now at 11:11.
Here we go.
Blaster Jones says IIRC. It's King Arthur's surname in Arthurian legends.
Now that is true. Arthur Pendragon is a name. They were surnamed Pendragon in Arthurian legend. So it may refer to Arthur.
There we go.
And his lineage.
Squirrel coming out here. Raccoon, sorry. Getting rid of the post dragon, which is a good Pendragon. Post dragon. Getting rid of the Pendragon. I guess so it can't be brought back with Crux side. Backup charger came out, but not really.
But I can tell Blaster Jungle is a Fate fan, knowing the surname of good old Arthur, good old King Arthur. Relevant because we got Merlin here. 17 minutes. Ooh, it's going to be a rough one for RM Spells if he wants to take the game. He'd need to win 2 games in the 17 minutes.
Blaster Jungle come back saying from Artoria.
Artoria. He's trying to get a little bit of a rise out of me.
Beautiful, I love it. All right, here it goes. DJ coming in for swinging some, looks at face, coming in, 2 attacks of flame. We've got the sword back out. Swinging now at face.
Lady Avalon, he says.
15 damage coming on the board now. Does he have another
15.
Ghost of Pendragon?
Oh.
2 cards. This
6
is the
cards
source.
in hand.
How many cards
down?
What level do you think? How many does he need? 12 for the incarnate.
Yes, I believe he's at level 6.
He'll need 6 cards still. Probably hasn't drawn.
He only has 6 cards in hand.
Yeah.
I believe. So he can't bring out the incarnate just yet. Oh no, he goes. I believe he just passes.
Yeah.
Maybe afraid of a slime shields on the ethereal slime.
Does Corinne have 2 cards? She needs 2 cards in hand. I can only see 2 on the board.
I believe she has 2 in memory. I'm unsure how many she has in hand. Also, the Covenant. The Quicksilver Grail is still up, so something to consider from the Merlin. Even though Volpixie is at 25 life, there is a Quicksilver Grail that may save her. Horn or Beast Calling comes
well, that
out.
kind of puts the Covenants probably underneath here.
Pays 1.
The totally not Covenant card.
Yeah, totally not Covenant. Pays 1 for the Horn of Beast Calling.
It's a natural.
Ooh, banishes an ethereal.
Must
not
have
one you want to lose, but that is a slime card.
There's the before recollection. We're seeing the pop of the Tariff Ring.
Yes.
Still interesting the backup
2
card that
cards
hasn't
in
had 3
hand, I
cards to
believe.
play it.
That's true. Uh, 2
Stone
cards in hand.
Stone Scale was banished already. Like we saw they
Yes.
get banished early off of the Tamer card when Ethereal came out.
Question is, does she just put 2 down and swing with the ethereal
Comes in for
under the
what,
Terrapring
6?
for
Swing
6
for 6,
damage?
yeah.
No, she just passes, I believe.
Wow, didn't even pay 2.
No, she's holding 2 in hand. Maybe there is a slime shield. Ooh, safeguard amulet coming out for the Merlin player. RM spells. Afraid of that storm slime. I can't quite see how many is on that dice for the slime count, but I
Maybe
believe that's
4.
5.
Oh, the slime count is 5, I think, and I think the
Yes, I
Melon
believe
on
that's
4.
5. Uh, the Merlin, I believe, is on 4 levels. Paying 3 to play Nation Blast.
3 damage, I'm assuming, trying to go for the Ethereal.
3
Coming in for
damage.
3.
Where
I
is it?
think it went to face.
Yeah.
Face?
Yeah, I believe so.
Pre to face? Yeah, it did. Went 3 to face.
Yeah,
Okay.
it did go to face.
20. She
And
only got
then
5 health
another
left.
2,
21.
21. 20. Oh, swinging with the sword for 3 damage. Would bring well Pixie up to 24, 1 off lethal.
Yep, takes it. Fireball now coming out.
Fireball for game.
Oh, Unholy
Oh, here's the Covenant.
Power.
Oh no, Beastbond Boots!
Beastbond boots. Oh, you all wrong, chat. You all wrong.
Oh, Sparklight in response to the
In
boots.
response. Wow, didn't have the
I
Covenant
believe
Thorns
that's
under
enough to
there.
do
I
it.
think that's game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's game 2. Now, they only have 11 minutes left here. I don't think I'll try and speed play round 3 here.
No. 11 minutes and then 5 minutes overtime, but
Interesting. Did
Beastbond
she have
Boots.
Covenant? Yeah,
Yeah, she had the Covenant, but I think Boots was the Boots may have been the play. Because if you expect the Covenant and they bring out the Boots, you've still got the Covenant to bring out as a standalone rather than the Boots.
Yeah, and I guess even if it was Covenant, he still would have been a Spark of Light for the extra damage anyway, correct?
Yes.
I mean, does Corinne there? She didn't swing. But she didn't
Any
respond to them with 2 cards,
combination.
right? But she had 2 cards. She had 2 cards in hand. Did she play? She had nothing to defend right there at the end, yeah?
No,
She didn't Slime Shield
she
or
had nothing
anything.
to defend. But if it was a Covenant, she could have soaked a bit more damage by playing it earlier, I suppose, on her ally to soak
Yeah.
some of the attack damage as
Correct.
well.
Yeah, and just put it on the field. Because it would just permanently stay there, you know?
But knowing that RM spells had a 6-card hand and 2 spells to play,
And
I
very
mean,
well
going
played for
for
this is
like
that 50, how close it is. We talk about that 48% win rate. Like
yeah,
that was a very close game.
was
It was played very well.
yeah. Well, Pixie not respecting the Flamer and Swordsman and the Dungeon Guide chip damage. I believe they got in for a good like 9 damage over 3 turns or so.
Yeah, not clearing the board. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah. I just don't think they had an efficient way to get rid of the Dungeon Guide and the Flamer and Swordsman without losing damage on Merlin.
Trying to think too, like she also like did she have to? Why didn't she? Why didn't she materialize the Beast Bonder boots? I guess because she materialized them so early, right? Like she just had them on the field to counter, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then
Also
didn't
the
instead of bringing out the backup charger that wasn't played as a material
yes,
phase. So
yes.
that's
I
so
was I was gonna say the backup charger and the Horn of Beast Calling didn't really
yeah.
get much done, did it?
No, cool. So
Uh,
two misuses there on the material phase. Like if you're
yes.
gonna
I
materialize
think
something, you got to try and use
materialization.
it. You know.
Yeah, materialization's at a premium in this game. It's why Dungeon Guide I think is so good.
Hmm.
Um, cheats out a materialization and gives you an extra materialization for the turn. It's not saving on on a card or anything like that. It's the materialization.
So am I correct here? That's Karina's opted, Vil Pixie's opted to go first here and didn't play a card.
I believe so. Yes.
Wow.
I
Okay,
believe that was
that's a rough
a
start for Slime. If you haven't got a cake and you haven't got a gray, baby gray.
yeah. It's no cake, no baby gray. I wonder what
Assuming
she's
to get three cards,
leveling up.
surely she's not going to level up here without. She's not going to fast play. She's going to have to go with the backup charger this round to draw and get some cards.
Mm,
Maybe she won't have GCR because of Grail.
a charm
Big
and a
over.
library witch coming
There's
out
the backup.
for RM.
That's
Yes.
3 memory. Brings out the damage token power cell.
Power Cell. Of note, it is a Power Cell 13B, the alternate art that's only available in foil.
Wow, is that part of the new stuff?
No, it was ALC, I believe. But they printed this Power Cell only in foil.
Yeah.
Quite the chase card. But
Every time we play TTS with Bix, he loves putting all the shiny cards in her deck. Definitely.
oh,
Oh,
here
the
we go. Here's
turbo
that turbo
charge.
charge we saw in game
Woo!
one.
Definitely running one in your deck and just coming off. Here we go.
Yeah, all gas.
Still there, like really needs to get some slimes off.
Yeah,
Stay on the field.
unfortunately, with the backup charger turbocharge play, there's a lot of cards in hand, but not a lot of pressure on board.
Correct. Yeah.
Like we saw
Game
the
one.
giant limitless slime.
Yeah, huge.
And is that a pass?
Wow,
from
pass
Walt
again with
Whitney?
no cards on the field.
Wow.
Must be sitting with 3 okay, slimes ready to just send it.
Slime shields.
Slime shields. Oof. Here's Lorraine coming up. Now we have seen RM do the favorable early DG.
Yeah. He does like the DG to 2. But interestingly enough, like it's worked out for him.
Yeah.
I think he just values that mage class bonus.
So much.
Yeah, enough to DG to 2 rather than 3. And I believe it may be because his materializations are hinged around mage class bonus mostly.
Looking at 5 minutes on the timer
Ooh,
right now.
here we go. Speak of the devil.
Oh, there it is. The RM special. That's what I call us. When people DG from now on, if I'm playing with them, I call it the RM special.
The RM
Fireball
special.
off. Oh my. God.
Speak of the devil, and he doth appear.
I got 4 minutes 40 on the timer right now.
Oof. Maybe that's why he also wants to go fast.
Sonic X.
It's a lustrous slime banished from Volpixie, going to Sylvie 1. Recollecting and drawing for turn.
a lot of stuff here. If you kill the library, you need to get 2 cards down to at least get the library. Hopefully, you got a baby red and you can start to kill and burn. Would be really good here. I mean, Limits isn't bad here as well for that mid bonus.
Baby Grey
I
here,
mean, it gets the
finally.
draw here, but I mean, it's still a.
There's
Yeah,
two baby greens in
greens,
hand.
yeah.
It's not what you want to see without a cake. Interestingly enough, she didn't pay the 2 baby greens for the
Yeah, she just showed them. So what is she?
baby grey. Maybe holding 1 for the fast play for level 2 to draw 1.
Maybe 2 baby greens in memory.
Mm.
Didn't clear the board again. Opted to just keep the intercept. I mean,
Yeah.
2-2.
2/2 slime as an
I
intercept.
feel like you
instead
wait.
of,
I feel like
giving...
you. Yeah, I feel like you still. I don't know. In my mind, I feel like I'm gonna go for that attack. Start clearing that library witch. Like eventually, it's gonna have to get drawn. Like I may as well do it now, so that I'm not wasting that attack later. Right?
Maybe they're thinking of protecting themselves with 1 damage against the dungeon guide rather than playing to clear the witch and giving them an extra card in hand this turn.
Yeah. I guess, like you said before, RM was able to swing with DG and Flame Room for a couple of turns.
Yeah,
And actually
here comes
chip
the
away.
DG. The question is, does Volpixie retaliate on the slime here? Just to make it so that it doesn't have intercept and isn't susceptible to, I guess, being killed. Looks like no. Keeping it up. What is our match timer at?
1 minute 50
I
on my
believe
clock.
I believe we may be going to time very soon. And unfortunately, after this match, I'm going to have to hop out.
Yeah, it's dinner
I
time for
believe
Eddie.
I believe you do have someone else coming in.
Yes, Necrotic from Creative Shop's coming in, so we're gonna have a
There we
quick
go.
sub. Eddie from Necrotic. It's one knowledgeable person to another knowledgeable person, and we just keep the train going until next week. Are you gonna come back next week, Eddie, or is this a one-off for you?
Oh, if I've got the time, if I've got the invitation,
Perfect.
and if I decide maybe not to play.
True, I'd love to cast you too. I'd love to see what you're gonna cook up next week, mate.
Yeah, the new set's very fun to play.
That's true.
I've only been able
Oh,
to
look
do
at that!
one
Is that
local
2
so
Ethereals
far.
right now? This is what we were talking about before. Like,
Oh, yeah.
this is the so much advanced elements in her hand early compared to her earlier day. But she did
The
maintain that slime wasn't killed, so gonna get that bonus draw here.
Yes, gonna get the bonus draw from the baby grey.
Looks like in response he played Creative Shock here from RM.
In response, they play creative. So before the
Oh.
slime shield coming down on the baby grey. Now, when you play creative shock, you have to respond before the card is discarded and targets are declared. So if Volpixie wanted to respond, they would have had to do it now, and they have to choose their target to protect from the 2 damage, which I assume will be the baby grey. However, should RM spells decide to discard a fire card, the 2 damage will be going to face.
Two cards being drawn. Discarding a flame rune.
Yep. And
2 damage
2
to
damage
face.
will go to face.
Very well played for Pixie there. It's very nice.
Yes.
The timer has
just knowing the
expired.
timing, these small timing windows of say Creative Shock and Prismatic Edge is very, very important, like small knowledge at the high level.
We have hit time of the round. I'm unsure if they are telling them here, but for me, I mean, I don't know how they're calling it through Illusive TCG.
I believe time will be called, and once it is called, it should be 3 turns or 5 minutes. So we'll see how they. Oh, here we go. I believe.
Escape the Wreckage was played here, pre-rec. Removed the Grey Slime, drew that into memory.
I believe they are now aware it is overtime. Escape the Wreckage is played. That's interesting. I wonder if it's just for the draw.
And threw down, like, didn't have enough to DG or.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Shows a slime eruption and a baby red slime.
Kicking yourself, definitely wanted that earlier.
This is turn 0 for Volpixie.
Raccoon.
Raccoons. Raccoons coming down to target the float, but in response, Merlin eats their own float.
Right.
And banishes 2 fire cards. Volpixie, I believe. Ooh. Two,
Actually, she
no
play here. Look,
dungeon guide.
she's gone to like burn her floating. I guess gets into the
Yes.
field, but the problem here, like, right, like you've got the floating, which is good, but then back on his turn, he can then consume it. I guess if he levels up, he can't consume it, and you're hoping that he's going to go to level. And then due to that,
Yeah.
not consume it. Yeah.
Now, generally, as Merlin, you only really want to eat 1 floating. But this may be a case where he wants to deny the floating for Volpixie and eats the floating in lieu of the draw that he would get from Merlin 3. And it looks like that's exactly what he does.
But do you like that
Brings out
banishes
the
like
Tariff
that's
Ring.
giving that extra damage to the slime power here. It didn't increase your health. She's got 6 cards in hand. I mean, she does ban 3, I guess, but she could free play
Yes.
an arcane, double arcane here. That's coming in for, you know, I think there's 3 floating
Well,
and she could
if
do
you
6
think
if she
about it,
banishes
it's
3.
still if you think about it, it's still a slime card in banishment either way, if he eats it or he doesn't.
Yeah, true.
It's just that this way, Volpixie loses an extra card on the hard level to 3 because we know they don't have the dungeon guide, right?
Yes, but you know,
And I
but if she pays 3 instead of just paying, like if she pays the floating and then pays 2, that's 3 slimes into the banishment. This way, there's now
yes,
4 cards into the banishment, right?
uh,
Because you're paying 3 into your
yes,
hand. It may be like
yes.
counting cards here. Like she's playing 3. What's she got now? 3, 6. She's still got 3, 6, 8, I believe. So she's still got 5. She's got another one to draw. Double arcane here. You've got at least 6 into the fight. That's 12 damage. You know, that puts it to 15.
Yeah, yeah.
Still a lot
You
there.
are right. There
But
is a
that's
lot.
assuming
8
you've got double
goes
arcane.
down to 5. And then we'll go back up to 6. So she can free play 1 slime and then play another arcane slime, and then leaving 2 in hand. So we'll see what happens, but I believe this may just end in a draw based on life totals.
Time, yeah.
And time, yeah, because turn 0, now it's RM turn 1. He's got a lot of cards to work with, so he can play to not lose as well. Oh, Ghost of Pendragon. Dungeon Guides up, and then Pendragons. Swings in for 3. Phase 2 for a shield mate, just for some protection, and passes it over. I believe we'll see the Banish 3 for Sylvie level 3 here.
Yep.
Like you were saying. And this will be turn 1 for.
Still, the other part too of this calculation that you're putting all your cards down.
Turn 2.
You lose here. Some arcanes are important cards. You got a lot down on this.
Looks like a green, a limitless, and I didn't see the middle card.
Neither did I.
But that's a baby green and a limitless slot.
Maybe, but I don't think she has
that. And can you see what her slime count is at? I'm not quite sure.
Maybe 6. We'll say it's 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
Right, you need to hit double 2 12s, 24. You got lethal here. There's Ethereal. It's just
Ethereal comes out for free, which does bring her back up to 6 cards in hand. Banishing this Stone Scale Band.
This is turn 2.
Now,
find the lethal.
She does need to win this turn.
Yeah.
I do believe there are not enough animals or beasts in grave for her to bring out the Gaia's blessing, but we see a Storm Slime coming in. 4 6. You are right. 6, and then there's 3, 5, 6, 7. So there's another 10 damage on board. They are 7 damage off lethal. So another Storm Slime will be lethal.
But she has got he pre-wrecked Tavering, remember? So can't swing.
Yes.
She just can't get to the
Yes. You're right. She's not able to swing. So there's also the shield mate that's up.
Correct. So she don't
even mate, shield mate.
She gets paid 2 and she can swing into, but that's all you got.
Yeah. I believe we're drawing this game then. Unless RM Spells can pull it off. There's a
lot of cards in hand. Board
and a lot of cards in hand.
Yeah, I don't think it's not pass.
So he needs 13 damage.
1 intercept, so it's going to negate some damage.
And he does have the charm up for the +2. But I do believe the 5 minutes may be up.
It was 1-1.
We'll see. Safeguard Amulet comes out.
Picked up here, looks like.
In a very passive play. Maybe he doesn't realize that
looks like
Volpixie doesn't have another turn after this. Yeah, it looks like they're packing it up.
I was going to say, no response. 1-1. Back up 1-1. Wow. Eddie, what a turn. Seeing Iron twice, seeing saw Merlin twice, saw Jen, which was really good, and then the classic slime. Yeah. Either we're going to see you next week, but if you're going to cook something, what do you feel like cooking at the moment with your new decks? What have you been playing with?
I really like Jin. Jin is really fun to play. Just big numbers is really fun to play. But the problem with Jin is that you have to do a lot of division and a bit more math.
Yeah.
It's division and then addition. And it's just a lot of math to do.
But, are you playing fire, water, wind? What have you been playing with?
I'm playing... Ooh, do I give out the spice?
Slime?
Yeah. I'm playing Serene Fire.
Ooh, Serene Fire.
Serene Fire.
I've been playing just for funsies, a Serene Water, Jen, with like... with all the recover cards, you know, like the water recover card. And
yes.
It's like, I will heal.
Revitalizing slash.
Yeah, correct. There's a water card that also heals on attack. Just a full like recover deck.
That's funny.
Yeah, pretty fun. Cool. Well, Eddie, I appreciate
Funny.
you coming in tonight. We're going to go to a break, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you next week. Otherwise, I'll
Thank
see you
you
playing.
for
So
having me.
yeah, shout out to Spaghetti Eddie,
Thank
a great
you so
judge, great
very
part of the
much for having
community.
me.
So easy.
Uh, and for a third time, thank you for having me. Enjoy round 3 with Necrotic when he comes in.
Super
I
excited.
will grab some food and I'll tune into stream with everyone else in chat. Hello, chat.
Beautiful.
I'll
All
see you
right.
guys later.
See you later, guys. Back.
Are you ready for a life-changing opportunity? BC Cancer in British Columbia, Canada is actively hiring for all healthcare roles in all of its world-renowned centers. Join a dedicated team committed to ending cancer for good and experience the lifestyle you've always dreamed of in stunning British Columbia, Canada. We're curing cancer here. Are you in? Apply now at jobs.bccancer.bc.ca.
Alrighty, we are back. We've got Josh H versus Mitch Snipes coming into the round here. I'm just setting up now the transition. Looking good. I now have a new guest. I'm going to open up here. Necrotic, you there, my man?
G'day, guys. Yes, I'm here. How you going all?
Welcome, my man. Now, have you got a second account so you can watch what is happening at the moment?
I can see what's happening. It's fun.
Oh, great. You can see what's happening. Necrotic is using his extra. If you don't know, he's actually a level 5 Jedi Master. And his mind tricks are out of this world. Right.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
All right. So Spice coming in already. Looks like a Serene. Is it 2 Serenes? Is that what I'm looking at? It's very hard for me to see Mitch Snipes' card. Hopefully you can help me here. I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
That card.
sure. So we've had a Credit Shock being played. So that's a new art from the A and B set there. So draw 2 cards and discard 1. So we're losing a Gleaming Cut. That's a nice foil. That's from the SP2 art there. So it looks like we've got a Serene Fire Luxem Xander.
Oh boy. Xander time. It's morphin time. Kind of like, Power Rangers, but you're Xander. It's a slow burn here.
All right, so we're going no float on there, unfortunately, for the Credit
Doors
Shock
are saying it's a Luxem mirror.
Oh, okay.
See? Oh boy.
Get your blankets ready. Get your blankets ready. Yep, I couldn't agree more, Doors. Oh dear. So on enter, glimpse the 2, and gain a prep counter.
Somebody swapped Mitch Snipes' camera angle. What am I looking at? It's like a very.
It's a bit of an odd angle. I've played with Mitch Snipes before. It's typically not that far angled, so I'm not sure what's happened. Maybe it's something to do with the way that the stream's cutting it, but yeah.
What's the is this a champion playmat? It's very nice 2024 regional champion playmat.
Yeah, so that's the art from ALC, I believe, for Cyclonic Strike. So very
Beautiful.
very nice playmat to have.
Beautiful playmat. Yeah. Love the design. All right, passing over to Josh.
Yep.
Leveled up. Glimpse 2. Lost the Vanish. Right, we got a lot of Vanish on side. Now, is that a GA or just a stand? It's just, no, that is another GA playmat on the other side too. Came from Josh H.
The one on there for Josh, yeah. So that's the Sparkle Light alternate art for the New Zealand area. So similar to how you've seen the Empowering Harmony alternative art that we have here in Australia. So that's the New Zealand one there for Sparkle Light. Beautiful art.
Unsure again, I cannot really see what that card is.
So that is going to be Thieving Cut, I believe. Remove a prep on attack, and if you do, and if it hits, you draw a card. So he's got
Thieving Cut. Yep, correct. Pair 1 on hit, draw a card.
Beautiful. So 2 down for the next level up, next turn for him there, and 1 extra in hand there, which is good. So just get rid of the 2 cards you don't need for the majority of the game. Backup charger
coming out. Backup. That new alternate art there, which is cool. I guess here from playing, I get 2 Luxems. Luxem's been around for a while. What do you think right now? What is the win condition here? Is it the first one to draw to that point where they can play the 8 cards with the Like, is that what you're going for?
Yeah, so like we were told to forecast, so you need the additional, you need around 10 cards in hand to be able to stack them both on top of each other to play them. So it's also going to depend on as well whether or not either of them are running a Safeguard Amulet in their material deck.
Says can't wait for the 20 influence LWA fight in 30 turns. Yeah. Do you ever see like slice and dice? I guess for the Luxem, you're not going to look for like more aggressive. You see more of the slice and dice as more of your, Xander ally cards, right? Or your.
It's interesting with Xander. He kind of expends his prep to try and progress the game further along. Whereas with like Tristan, for example, with the other assassin, she's generating prep to be able to deal damage with it later on. So yeah, quite a different assassin gameplay. So Dungeon Guide for Josh. He's already level 3, I believe now.
Yep.
Perfect. 1 with DG at face.
I mean, surprising with the Luxem right we had in the recent Ascent. Was it like was the recent thing that happened that we had?
So Ascent Singapore. That was the
Senate
most recent
Singapore,
event.
correct. We did have two Sisu Luxems that ended up coming in, which was like crazy, making the top 8.
Some fantastic players over in Singapore playing Luxem, very skilled.
It's like a level 2 Xander. Looks like a mirror. We'll see a dungeon guide. Alright, here we go. Level 3 Luxem.
All right, everyone get your popcorn ready, guys.
Here we go.
There's going to be a lot of revealing, a lot of cards down in memory.
An escape the wreckage, is that what that is?
Yes. I think it's a reprogram and escape being banished.
Reprograms.
One of
All right,
things.
Phase 4-4. Now it's just dig city. Who's going to dig quicker?
All right, so Josh will have the honor here of revealing first.
Is the impact here in doubles like the power of rolling first, getting first round in the first game? Is that such a big advantage in this playstyle?
With Luxem v Luxem, I would say so.
Yeah.
You get your materialization ahead of your
Reveal
opponent, so you'll
starting.
see your level soon.
So revealing the gleaming here, this is the draw 2.
2 wing caps and a uncover the plot as well. Thieving cut. Wow, very nice. 2 cards going down for Mitch into memory for the Luxem reveal. Drawing 2 on the banish for gleaming. So there's going to be a lot more revealing here as well for uncover the plot later as well. Just showing Mitch again his memory so he knows what's coming.
1 damage coming. DG.
Going to 5.
Just looking at the alternate art for SP2 Gleaming Cut. It's quite nice as well. 2 assassin daggers. Is that a pass?
Yeah, because it's going to be interesting here. Depending on how many cards Mitch starts revealed here, they're just going to go down by default for Josh. So it's one way to get Luxem cards down in memory for your next reveal and still have cards in your hand to interact with on your opponent's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Doors the incaps will definitely seen the 2 incaps from Josh. Mitch is thinking like, oh, what can he possibly do? How well am I going to be it's incapped here? So revealing 2 gleaming cuts. Wow. So I think that'll put Mitch ahead in influence.
Wow. Look at that draw, dude. 4 off the bat, man. God, it's scary.
2 cards down for the Luxem reveal.
So that's a
3
new
going
creative
down.
shock. Is that what that card
Yep.
is?
Yeah, that's a creative shock again. Dumping a vanish from sight.
Swinging one with a DG.
All right,
Some sort of
passing turn.
orb. Last time coming out here.
So that's an insignia of the Korhazi. So you may tap it to put 3 down in memory, and then if you do, you gain I believe 1 prep or 2 prep.
So for 3, put a prep counter on your champion. When you activate a prepared card, we influence 6 less. Draw a card into memory.
So,
just 3 to tap.
interesting. On a stack of playing exercise, he's Excalibur away the insignia.
See you later.
Oh wow, that's interesting play. Not enough in hand to play the incap, unfortunately. So got to be greedy.
Well done there. Just doing what he can to stop the draw.
All right, here's the reveal, ladies and gentlemen. How many
Not much
gleaming cuts can we
there.
count?
None.
Yeah,
Fast
just 2
Q,
uncovers. So 2 down in memory for Mitch. Recollecting and drawing.
Clever. What? There's a gleaming.
Okay.
There's a light weavers. Two
Nice.
banish. And
Getting 2 new cards. Yeah, put prep counters, 2 prep counters on the champ. Front cover of the plot. Draw a card.
on a face. I mean, really, do you have much counter as well to deal with? Like, these little incidences of light weather's damage, right? Like, how much in this fight are you going to prep to vanish per turn? Do you run peaceful here to try and stop this pick damage? What do you do in this Lux and
Well,
Mirror?
I believe it's a skill. So the only thing they can really control is, since it's an action, can be incapacitated.
Right. So pick the
So
right time of this amount of damage.
yeah.
There's a Resolute, paid for 3.
No. So yes, a resolute stand. So thieving cut there. Preps,
Stop the thieving cut prepped, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also stop the draw?
I believe it is on hits. Yes, it will. It is the draw, so that will stop it since it's coming in for 3.
Yeah, on hit.
Lee's invulnerable. I think that was in his entire hand spent though. Oh dear. This will take a while. I do wonder if Mitch is running in caps as well. Haven't seen any on the reveal.
I feel like you
We'll
have to,
see.
right? That's the control you want, right?
Yeah, such a good card for Assassin for control. Alright, moving to Josh's materialization now. Looking at. Oh no, what's he doing? He's paying Sun, sorry.
What is that card?
Exploit vulnerability.
Exploit vulnerability.
It's the one game I come in
Prepare
and commentate
one.
for.
Draw a card, then exploit was prepared. Choose an assassin unit you control, and it gains on a ally hit, destroy hit ally until end of turn.
And I'm the stack playing a fast cure as well. Ending turn there.
So he
One
did
card
not.
in hand.
But he played exploit there. Did I miss what happened there? He played exploit.
Yes, he played it.
Did he? But he didn't prepare it for the buff.
I believe he did. No, he didn't prepare it. No,
No.
he didn't. He still has 1 prep because he lost 1 from thieving earlier. But yeah.
Yeah, correct. He just played it to get 2 more cards down. I think.
Oh, 2 Luxem sights, a light weavers, and a gleaming cut.
Oh boy.
Exploit is to out big slimes normally. It's an alternative to Juggle Knives, plus triggers insignia. Ah, okay then, great.
Well, yeah, destroy hit ally is really huge. It's a really good play. Like, but like I said, didn't predict the dungeon guy, but really good for slime. Is that Gwen? Is that was that Gwen? The 1 hit on hit champion hit? Discard a card.
Yep.
Holy!
Very nice.
A cheeky
Bye-bye.
Gwen play.
Bye Light Weaver's Assault, or maybe the Incaps. I think the Incaps might be more valuable.
Gawain is going huge here. Get rid of Library's Assault? That's massive. I wonder how many Mitch is running in his standard deck of those.
Surely 3 at least, I would say.
I guess 2. I don't know. Do you know much about Josh and Mitch? Are they both like new to Luxem, or I think this is more experienced 2 Luxem players right now?
Yeah, I haven't played Luxem into them ever. I know Mitch is typically like whenever I've played with Mitch, he's always been on the Wind Ally list.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love that we don't have the comms. I'm watching their hands like, yeah, and just trying to guess what they're saying with their hands. You know, when they're talking, their hands move, you know?
Typical Luxem talk. You put this down. You put this many down.
Yeah. I'm going to recollect.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got?
Oh.
Much like you are, Josh is in struggle compared to we've seen 3 library assaults and we've seen We've seen all 4 gleaming cuts from Mitch Snipes.
Yeah, I think it has been 4.
I mean, yeah, but it's strong because it has to hit the champion. But how many times are you playing against non-ally players that you get that cost to go through? Like I'm talking in the sense that yes, it's good here. He had the opportunity to hit. Does that across that you run a main because you're like the slime meta is out there. You've got the prevent damage from the Nikos out there. Like, is that Gawain strong enough that it's gonna get that on hit chance that you run it 3 times over another card? Yes, it's popped off here, but does it pop off in other decks?
Yeah, it's definitely circumstantial. It's good just to, yeah, get rid of one card that might be crucial to your opponent's next turn. 3 down for Creative Shock. Just thinking long and hard on this one. There we go. Exploit. These.
I haven't got the time up with this one, but I can tell you it's gonna be a long round, baby.
Yeah, it will be. I think this would be a best of 1 for sure.
That looks like the same card that we had before the Insignia coming out.
Insignia of the Korhazi, yep. Here comes the reveal. 2 Luxems. There's the other Gleaming Cup. And a Lightweavers.
It's all 4 gleamings, right? Didn't choose to ban the gleamings?
No,
Banish?
he's kept that one. I guess he's going to use this now because at the moment his hand's gone down, so he's quite open. So he'll have to pop.
Trying to go
Serene
for
this
lethal
turn.
here.
Yeah.
What's the health at level 3 Xander? 25? 24?
It's 25, yeah, 25 on the level 3 Xander.
Sort of pass.
Interesting. He's in a very healthy spot, so why not?
Well, what do you
he
get
knows
from what's instead of banish drawing 2? Guess keeping it for what's the 3
yeah,
damage?
3 damage.
Yeah. How much
From
gleaming
what?
cut does? Gleaming cut if you played it normally?
Oh, if you play it normally, yeah, I believe it is a 3 attack card.
See, that's what he's weighing up here, right? Like, why didn't you banish?
We've had a Lux Merismat popped looking for Lightweavers. But he hasn't passed turn yet. He's just, yeah, it's his end turn here.
I don't know, Dawes. I'm just saying, why wouldn't he banish it there? I've seen some stuff. I've seen DG level 2 popped all day today, and I feel like I've never seen that normally.
Yeah, Gleaming Cut's an attack card, Assassin Dagger. So it's it's a 2 hitting attack. So
Yeah, I think Dawes is saying like, why would you waste it for a double 2 draw?
I see. He's that legal. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Alright, Safeguard Amulet by Josh.
Cover and a gleaming. 2 down. Banishing. Hopefully to draw 2 cards. Pointing going on.
It's a turbocharge in hand as well, so that'd be a good way to dump some Luxem into memory while keeping your hand full.
Zero 16. You're just. Even when we get online here, they're going to be healing and damaging, looking for that lethal. Like,
Yeah, Josh has been quite unfortunate in his Luxem draw so far. He's seen the Gleaming
there's
Cuts,
the
but not much.
turbocharge.
Haven't seen a
Play.
single Luxem site. Have you? For Josh?
No, we haven't. I mean, this is a chance now with the digging. Hopefully, he's going to start hitting it. He's gone through a decent amount of cards. Did you watch many games tonight? So, well, Pixie was in before. She ended up tying with their slime game. Did you ever watching that game?
Yeah. I was tuned into. I've been tuned in all night watching the games with you and Eddie commentating.
Oh, appreciate it.
Game 2 was very exciting.
That's very good. The Jin early on.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
you
lie.
just-
As casting, I'm hoping not to see some Lux. I want to see some Spice. I wanted to see Kong Ming tonight. I wanted to see some Jin. You know,
yeah, it's been a lot of the old heroes, eh?
the nascent Blast Melon is sauce. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the new empowering mechanic works so well with Merlin. Just amazing. So many
Yeah, with the
different interactions you
ability
can
to get
do
that
with it.
super horse, right? Like
Yeah, you can
Excalibur
get like
coming out, getting rid of the insignia, back the mirror play from earlier.
Excalibur's going. Yeah.
Passing turn. Safeguard Alan coming out. All right, it's a mirror matchup. Here we go. What do you think of the top 3 worst mirror matchups to play in Grand Archive?
I would say Merlin is one for sure.
Merlin versus Merlin.
Yep. Just whoever sees the fireballs and fast response on the stack is quite painful. Definitely Luxem. And probably Water Allies. It's a bit of a long-winded game with
So
Water
what have we got
Allies.
here? What's coming up here in the deck being revealed here?
So 3 Luxem sites, so recovering 9, but he's already at 0 anyway.
Yep.
A Gleaming Cut and a Lightweaver's Assault. So
Goes get rid of the DG.
board control's good. So I reckon he'd be
Another
pushing this
creative.
turn.
Dig, 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 dig. I'm gonna dig for Late with Assault. LWA. Dig, dig, dig.
I don't think it's going to be enough for
Discarding an
here.
impact. All right. Recollect. Draw for turn.
What do you reckon, Jack?
One
Here, you
for
reckon
face.
time for him to push?
Oh, I
reckon he'll push
mean,
weekly.
what is
Push
it? What's
green
his
for at least.
lethal? It wasn't it 2? Is it 8 cards to play 2 or 10 cards to play 2 Lightweaver Assaults?
Yes, it is.
And then what comes in for how much damage each?
So I believe it comes in for a total of on the stack 16 from
It's a
memory.
huge amount of damage. But looking, oh, he passed. I mean, you're looking like, oh no, there we go, 4 play. He is double.
On the stack response, yeah.
So he's going to materialize, and then immaterialize face is placed. Fast plays? Is that what's happened?
Yep. He's fast played it, yep. So in response to
Beautiful.
materialization, paying down all of it. Yep, that's game right there. Very good.
Very good. Very nice. Fast play.
So yeah, he couldn't do that on his turn because he had the safeguard amulet currently up. Because he was going to Excalibur it, but in response he banished it to prevent, 4 non-combat damage for the turn.
Yep.
So then you just respond on your opponent's turn on materialization to fast play, like Weaver's Assault.
Even shows a second Gawain. Yeah, it's there, man. You got 2. So who started that? I believe Josh H may have opened that round. I guess now let's sideboard talk. What are you doing? You're versing another Luxem. What do you sideboard?
Interesting. Yeah, I would because like Gawain would typically be a card you would see in sideboard, but yeah, Mitch is already running it, so don't know what else he'd really have.
Does Josh bring it in? Is that what he brings in now?
I'd say he'd be bringing in Gawains if he's running in sideboard for sure. Just
What are
like
cards that kind of
doesn't have
counter? What are cards that just counter Luxem in space?
well,
the
the
Kaz
incaps are great for it.
Caps, yeah. But actually, we didn't see any played, correct? They all had them, but never found the opportunity to play.
Unfortunately, whenever your opponent reveals Luxem, your entire hand goes to memory. And Mitch just had so much more Luxem than Josh. So Josh was playing his turn out, and he had to put his entire hand down into memory on that turn, so he had nothing to interact with.
Seeing some cards that look like being removed from the deck. Both players sideboarding.
Yeah, a bit of a change up. It'd be interesting to see what new cards we'll see for these next games. So the next big event I think coming up is in Toronto. Ascent. That's correct for this weekend.
Dude, I am super excited to see what kind of cards are coming out. Holy, what deck's going to come out? It's going to be great. I think once this cast, going to be watching some casting, see how the casting goes.
Oh, once will be their casting. Great.
I think so. I think he is. I could be wrong. But look, I'm just super excited to see some more GA plays, see a whole new system of what decks people are going to come out with. Like today, I've only seen 3 matches. You don't get to see much. We're going to see so many matches. Hopefully, so many different styles. I know Limelight has been cooking some great stuff. I know he's talking about very new, definitely some combinations of cards that are just like so overpowered. I know he was talking about some stuff today. I didn't even understand when he was talking about the three visits. I don't know what it was about.
Yes, the 3 visits card.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, yeah, like, and he's talking about some other stuff that just seems to be real, controversial in the scene, and we're gonna see it. I know there's some secret stuff with some stratagems. I know there's some. I like the card that stops you drawing past 8. I mean, there's even just people trying to play with Kong Ming with the whole shifting cards. I think it's going to be a whole different scene to see it played live.
Yeah, lots of
judging. I think it's I've said already. The judging system is going to next level with all these Kong Mings. But surprised I haven't seen any tonight. No Kong Ming has made it.
No, definitely not. Unfortunately not. I'm hoping that for the next ascent we'll see some new hero.
Do you think
some of the new heroes played?
I mean, do you think all right, new season, I want to get points. Am I going to go and do something I don't know this early into the season? Like if I'm going to Ascent.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Am I going to go into Ascent? It's like a week, maybe a week, 2 weeks out. How long we have? Like 2 weeks, the cards have been out. Am I going to play something different and just try and YOLO it? Or am I going to play comfort pick?
I would say a lot of people would play comfort picks, kits and utility and heroes that they know quite well and how they interact with the existing cards, and then just finding that secret, new tech in the new set that kind of melds in with it. So like Merlin with Empower, for one, is a fantastic example. So I think we will see a lot of Merlin coming up for Toronto. Alrighty, so next game's about to start.
Passes. A few minutes.
Yeah, it takes a little while to sideboard.
Yeah. Serene. It looks like Josh declared to go second here.
Interesting choice. He wants the extra cards, I guess.
I mean, did Mitch went second in the second round? We joined late, but I think Mitch did go second in the second round.
Right. Okay. So bottoming 2.
What are you looking for when you're looking for a Serene here?
Creative Shocks and Float, and maybe one Luxem card.
I mean, if you draw 4 Light with Assault, what do you do?
Oh, geez. That's very unfortunate. You're going to have to at least bottom 2 of them and keep your win con. Yeah,
and then hoping for the shuffle with the Luxera's map.
Cry. Yeah, cry. Yeah. I had a very interesting game over the weekend, actually. I was playing Tristan at locals, and opening hand went second, drew 8, and I had all 4 Shadow Strikes in opening hand. So had to keep them because I was regular spirit, but it is possible just to see all 4 of those win con cards in your hand on the opener.
Yeah. It's definitely the spice.
So Josh is thinking
3 Creative Shock. No way. Shock Horror. Maybe we can discard a Float.
I don't even think he glimpsed any, did he? He was quite happy with his opener hand there.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So thank you. I will not be glimpsing today. Maybe regretting that decision, looking, damn, I didn't have a Float. Gonna put out. Incap.
Yeah.
Incap.
If everything's down in memory, you can't play it anyway, so what's the point?
I mean, don't want it for later, I guess, what's the only thing that's more valuable?
Nah, because your memory's going to be down from the previous turn most likely, so you'll just be fast playing Light Weavers for lethal.
Look at that. Counterplay, Creative Shock with a mirror end cap. What do I know, man? This is a standard discard. Look at this. The backup charger coming. Wait, 3. Backup. Draw memory. Recollect. Draw for turn. Put the token out. Sorry for my yawning, guys. It is currently 9:38 p.m. on a weeknight. I did work all day, and it's starting to get to me because I don't drink coffee. All right, 3 cards down.
Yeah.
Turbocharge, bro. Okay, we have
Very
seen what 3? I've seen 3 games tonight. And every night the turbocharge has been drawn. Like statistically, we're saying there's like how many cards? 60 times what? 6 times 6 decks are made. So 360 cards, and of those 360, there's been 3 of those turbochargers, and we have seen them played. Yeah,
Incredible odds tonight.
incredible odds. Let's do the math. That's why we love GA, right? I feel like if you play Grand Archive, you have to have some kind of like a secret sense to mathematics. Like you've got to love it, right? You got to love the count.
Mathematics Is
Yeah, you
so
got to love the
important for
cards,
this game.
right? Yeah.
Because not only is it like a really quick paced game, especially competitively, but yeah, the faster you can math to try and find your lethal.
I feel I feel like that can be like a double-edged sword for me because being stronger at maths, I feel like I calculate so quick that I'm not new to like GA or the TCG space that I don't take time with things where I feel like I've calculated most possibilities, but then sometimes I might overlook something because I do it so quick. I'm like coming in saying, "Funny yo that I suck at maths." I don't believe you if you go to GA, mate. I think that's cap.
You did further math. You did more math than me.
And he says, "Happy birthday, Matt." Shout out to Matt. I did not know his birthday, and now I feel really terrible. So thanks,
No,
Limelight.
Thank
all
you
about me.
Very much, Limelight.
Is
Thank
your
you.
birthday today?
Yeah, it's today.
Oh, jeez. Why don't you say something, man? Happy birthday, brother. Why don't you say, Jack, remind us my birthday today? Give me a present, dude.
Because it's Grand Archive playing to watch, mate. It's more important.
Well, when we meet up next, you can have one of my foils for free because I love you so
thank
much,
you.
all right?
Thank you.
Any
Appreciate
foil
that.
is
That's so
yours.
kind.
Right. Looks like Mirror here. We're seeing some level ups. Looking good. Coming out here with Banishing. There was, I believe, a cut that went through there.
There was the eating cut from Mitch. It's birthday casting unlocks so much. I'm so blessed, Dawes. So blessed today to be here casting this Luxem mirror. I couldn't have chosen a better Tuesday night.
That's what you get at Illusive TCG. Competitive Luxem games. People want those points. Gotta do it Tuesday night.
They are playing very efficiently, which is great to see. So
Yeah, this is definitely. I would say that last up. There you go. Oh, there's the cut. Thieving cut.
Nice.
Brave rep. Mirror it up again. I just.
Taking 3, drawing 1. Jeez, there's a mirror staring right into the mirror. Scry. Only for 1. Interesting.
Scry in the deck? Really? What are you glimpsing for?
Well, you glimpse for your Luxem later game. So you hit level 3, you play the Scry, and then you get to look at 3 cards. And it lines up your next turn for on the reveal.
It's only a 1 cost, right?
Bottom you on Luxem. Yeah. It's a 1 cost Scry, but yeah.
Does it put into memory? Scry?
It puts it into memory, so it works great for Luxem Xander because you'll be revealing it. So, with that Scry early on in the play, you get to see something Norm that you don't really have any use for, and you level up to Banish.
Yeah, it looks fairly dead. Puts in memory. Doors, yeah. Dude, Doors been popping up. Doors, I really appreciate you coming in. I didn't know how good tonight would be doing this casting, but I wanted to get onto it. I got a few changes I'm going to make for next week, but I appreciate you coming in. You seem to be... I don't know if we've met, Doors, in IRL. I don't know your online tag. If we have, I appreciate you being here and coming in and being so active in the chat.
Yeah, they're very knowledgeable, Doors.
Thanks for supporting Creative Shock, my friend. All right, DG level 3. It begins. The locks him.
Thieving cut prepped. Draw a card. Passing turn, probably most likely.
Showing the graveyard there.
Jeez, 3 creative shocks. Mitch is considerably further ahead now, but hopefully Josh has the dungeon guide to get the 3 and keep up the pace.
Looks like turn has not been passed. It's gone back to.
That's interesting. Backup charger. Oh, he's taking it back. He's taking it back.
Pay the 3, and he's going to pay the 3, get the extra card.
Yeah, but you want to keep up pace with your opponent. Mitch is
Yeah, still level 1. Yeah, I guess you're saying.
He must have 2 DGs, surely. DG, GG, uncover maybe. Might be enough there.
Risk that many cards going down. Like, oh, we've just lost our health counter. Things are in array. We've gone to dice. Let the dice run.
Phoning too hard today.
Doors, I run the EU streams. I'm always happy to support the community. I'm being a one-man yapping army in chat. Yo, Doors, make sure, I don't know if you can DM me. MrReeeee on Discord, hashtag 1309. You can link me. I don't know what the EU streams are, but I'll have to watch. Get around it.
Yeah, is it a certain like local store that you stream,
Yeah.
or like regionals only, or what type of streams do you run?
What did you play 3 here? Turbocharged. Again, another 1 in 60. The turbocharged appears, dude. Josh has seen more turbochargers than he has Lightweaver's Assault. Okay? Tell me that card isn't hacking, bro. It's for Arias and the EU regionals. Do you just do all the setup, or do you cast, Doors? What's Arias?
I played in the online regionals for Arias. It was a great event. Well ran. Very professionally ran.
Are they another like Illusive TCG?
So I believe Arias has an actual physical store in I don't know what city it's in. It's in Europe, I believe, somewhere in the EU region. And yeah, he ran an online regional event that everyone could participate in. So
oh, sick.
It was ran really well. Had a good time.
All right, Sydney coming out.
Paying down 3, tapping.
Ooh. Pay to attack, kill something. That's sick, Doors. Appreciate being here. They also run a webcam league. Right. Wonder what time it is. I feel like it's so hard for me to play in these webcam leagues. DG swinging through. Glad you liked it. It was basically a one-man job. There you go. You're a hero,
Jeez, yeah. Well ran for one man, definitely.
I'll have to recruit you for creative shop so I don't have to do all the backstage work.
Oh God, don't increase the poor man's workload.
Free me from this curse. All right. What? Gawain. Oh shit, here she is.
That hurts.
Popping off, dude. That hurts, man.
What are we gonna see in Mem?
Surely that uncover the plot or creative here. What are you?
Oh, yeah, the DG.
Oh, and the DG too, doesn't? Yeah, that's right. Stops the level up.
That's going, I reckon. Oh, and cover. Okay.
Cover. I think you're just trying to get rid of thieving cut coming through.
Thieving cut, nice.
I'm listing. That's a foil too? Is it a lovely card?
Yeah, Mitch runs a lot of foil cards. Whenever I've played him, he loves blinging out his deck.
I was saying that about Vol Pixie earlier with a CUR. Eddie was sad number of times we owned it.
Yeah, we did buy that one off him. That's right. That's right.
All right, coming in for Materialize. 2 cards. So, creative going.
Up. He must know he already has another DG in hand, maybe, because yeah, you wouldn't really usually typically put one down in memory if you knew you were going to possibly lose it on the level up. So maybe that's why Mitch didn't choose it. So probably a good decision to get rid of the Uncover.
Bringing the Uncover the plot back to hand. Is that with the level up effect for
Yeah, so level 2 is down the
returning
dark,
the
the Death
action
Executor.
effect?
Yeah, expend 1 prep, return a assassin action or attack card back to hand. And there it is.
Oh, Mitch Snipes actually linked us the deck list for the stream today.
Oh, fantastic.
Bring it up. Let's see if I can talk through. He's got a Chalice of Blood we've been seeing. He's running 4 DGs, 4 Exploit, 4 Fast Cure, 4 Incap, 3 Reprograms, 3 Resolute, 4 Vanish, 2 Turbocharge, 4 Thieving, 2 Slice and Dice, 2 Serum of Wisdom, 2 Scry the Skies, 4 Creative, 2 Planted, and then all the standard Luxem. In his sideboard, he has a Diana Duskcaller, Orb of Hubris, 3 Blanche, 3 Dustlight Communion, 1 Resolute, and 2 Planted.
Nice,
I'm interested to see, like, I'm pretty sure he did sideboard. Does he remove Planted here? Like, what would you remove here?
Yeah, probably remove the Planted. I reckon he's bought in the Blanches. Just in case. Because you can fast activate that on a Lightweaver's Assault. And
Yep.
then in response activate another one as well, so that way you can prevent all the damage.
Yep.
Or majority of it anyway. Because on the reveal, you just fast play them anyway. And I don't
Maybe one
see...
more Resolute.
Yeah, maybe the one more Resolute. Maybe 2 more Planted as well. Just in case he has excess prep from Uncover the Plot. And he can just find an easy 4 damage prepping it.
Gawain on the Uncover really feels like the wrong decision now. I guess the question is, did he have a double DG? Because I feel like you're right. Like, he banished the card that he could bring back.
Yeah, it might have been a small oversight.
I mean, what struggles here right now is really. So the health count is here. I don't know if that's saying it's 0. He's 8 health, but I don't know how much the opponent's health is.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to see at the moment.
Second Gawain, dude. These are just hurting Josh, man.
So painful.
Really seeing the benefit from this card. Honestly, haven't seen it and played much. Oh, look at... Wow, that is a lot of Luxem. Oh, boy. Josh drew well. Got 2 Lightwaves, 2 Gleaming, 2 Sights, and an Uncover. What are you getting rid of here?
Surely the Sight.
Really?
Yeah.
Get rid of the
Stop
heal?
the healing. Yeah. But the Gleaming's also valuable. There's so much good stuff to choose.
Snipes has a hard choice here. Does he stop the one more? He's gone with the Lightweavers. Okay.
Interesting.
Says you can heal what you want. I mean, that could say 19 health. I'm unsure. Does that count as a reveal? Reveal? Is it going to say?
I thought it might have, but nah. It has to be on your recollection reveal, I believe.
I guess it doesn't say reveal though. You may on check. You may sacrifice Gawain if you do look at the opponent's memory and discard a card from it. It doesn't say reveal. Dawes' LWA is a long choice term, but no choice feels good. Yeah, long term. I mean, you're still removing 1. He only needs 2 to do the damage, right? Well, the heal is so consistent early on.
Yeah. Interesting. Lux Era's map. Well, here we go. He'll just find his other Lightweaver's Assault Hero and the Gleaming Cut Vanish.
I think he's going back to 1 health. Like, it's so hard to tell right now.
I think he was on 12 or 13. He's gone back down to 7, I would say that might be. Because Mitch definitely was chipping a fair bit into him over the course of the game.
Correct.
plenty of cards in hand to fast play here.
It is super scary with like some like like before where like Josh has been chilling. Next man reveals and there's like 6 locks. I was like, where were these? Where we've been looking at the hands the whole time, right? Like when did these come into the game? You know, like what? When did
Just
these
all of a sudden,
appear? Yeah,
appeared out of
what?
nowhere.
So I think it's a magicianry trick here, you know, where you just heat the cards up with your hands and they turn to Luxem.
Turn the pure gold in your hand, mate.
Everything I touch turns to gold.
We're just wondering.
Oh, I can hear Corinne in the background. She's complaining to Judge. What is that?
Sounds like
It's burnt to ash? What? Is
Yeah, it's burned. Nice, an insignia.
that what that card was?
Yeah, that's a spent dash, correct.
Do you normally run that in your Luxem deck?
I don't typically. I don't think you usually see that. No, interesting choice.
One of his sideboard?
It's a good idea.
An easier way to get rid of items that, you know, Luxem's going to be playing. He's going to play the map.
Yeah.
He's going to play the insignia.
Lots of items that stay on the board for a little while. Thieving Cup prepped. DG. Or face. Oh, this fast kill will go off.
Yeah, 7 a day.
Back down to 0 health, I think. The dice is off the table, so it must have been 1 or 4 or something like that.
The counter has been removed.
And Mitch is on 1, so yep, this is going to be a very long game. 2 Luxem sites, 3 Luxem, 1
3 Luxem slides, right? And 1
Wow, yeah. Wow.
Heal it on up, heal it on up. No one can stop me.
And there's turbocharge again as well.
It's turbocharge again, man. No way.
Luxem sees so many cards, so yeah, it will see.
I don't care. He's still got half the deck there in there. There are more cards in there that are 2, 3, and 4 costs that are in there. Didn't he already turbocharge 2? Is he running 2?
Yeah, he's got 2.
So it's now useless.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
damn it. Like we're sitting at 10 o'clock right now. We must be coming into overtime of game 2.
Yeah,
They must be close 10
to
minutes 8.
Yeah, so we've got 9 minutes to go for the round.
This always gets me, like with seeing the evolution of this game. I've only been into it new once, but like I feel like ties are so much more. I don't see them increasing the time because we're seeing in Singapore, Ascent, like these matches are going so long for these tournaments. Is the chess clock going to be a thing? We hit a little timer to limit turns.
I've always wondered whether or not they would actually have an appropriate place within a TCG, having a turn clock per player, and how it can be even put into a rule.
What's that? 3 sites, Lightweavers, Excalibur, and Plot.
Putting down 6 cards into memory for
Oof.
Mitch. Pretty much everything. I think 1 card will remain in hand. Or 3. No. All right, out.
Far out. Yeah, that's the Aussies. If you're looking at what it's like to be an Aussie caster, far out Brussels sprout. That's a classic Aussie slur from down under. So people tuning in across the world, it just means, you know, bloody oath, struth, crikey. There's some words you'll hear when listening to casting by MrReeeee and Necrotic. All right, that's an orb of something. Fumes? What's that orb?
Dragon Fumes, yep. So drawing a card for the pop.
Yeah, where was something? I didn't know where to be.
All right, 2 cards down. Excalibur, is that just played? No. It's all pre-recollect. What did you put the 2 cards down for?
Didn't see anything activated actually. His pop logs there is map though, so he's finding what he needs. Shuffling, shuffling.
It's that 8 card that I love. This is where I'd be playing. Yeah. This is when we say it hasn't been cooking against us, but this is where it cooks. Yeah. Stops
It was
this.
it was Excalibur. Sorry, earlier played. I think it was on the Luxaria map for Mitch, wasn't it?
He's
That's what it
yeah.
says.
Cool. That's what I
Yeah.
thought it was. Who was Excalibur? Is it only 2 cost?
Yeah, Excalibur's only got 2 cost card.
Wow, that is so nice, and it destroys any card.
Here we go. Power of Scry right here.
The
Looking for 3
power of the
cards.
scry. What shall we see in the future?
Bottom all 3.
Glimpsing, looking. It's all happening pre-rec. This is what crazy about these decks like this. They're just like,
No,
So-
this is his main phase.
oh, is this main phase? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's main phase. Yeah.
I was gonna say, but sometimes these pre-recs can be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, the Scry's a slow play card. So
Yeah, correct. Oh, so many cards, dude.
yeah, this game will go out for a little while longer, I think. Safeguard Amulet only played by Mitch. Picked him. On the reveal, 3 Luxem sight. Gleaming Cut and a Lightweavers.
Healing it up again.
The only new thing.
Safeguard coming out. I mean, how do you prevent this? Like, you know that Josh could be very close for a double light with.
Yeah, but
Does
the
he have
Safeguard,
lethal with? Yeah,
the
he's
sa-
gonna-
it comes in for 16 damage, so you're gonna have to, with these constant heals from Luxem sight, you're gonna have to probably play 3. It's yeah. Can't see how you can really push lethal with
Was that so? That's four. Is it 4 for each one? So that's what 4, 8,
It's
12
4 as-
cards. So you
'cause
need
you'll-
6.
You'll play 1 on the first reveal for 4, then you'll play
Yeah.
a second one in fast response to that have 8 in memory, so both of them will come in for 8. And
Yeah.
then on the next
Next
reveal, you
one.
pay down 12, will come in for 24, I think.
That's still not lethal. If it's at 0. What have we got? There's 3 light weavers.
Interesting.
I guess too, right? That he did consume the light weavers earlier, right? So we know he can only get to 3. Now he's just going to draw there.
Taking 6 damage total for the reveal of Lightweavers, so good push here. Although Mitch still has some cards in hand for response.
Coming to that end of round, you can see these long games coming through.
Yeah. This one's definitely going to go for a lot longer.
See that
Defeating those
iron-
Luxem sights really for both. It's just
That orange, that's such the power of the Luxem side. Like, so Josh H didn't draw it first round, but now has it. And so that heal just becomes relentless. I guess, there is a card. Is it Morgana? Morgana?
yeah.
Morgan?
Morgan,
Stops that
that's the one.
heal.
Yep. Opponents can't recover, and she's also invulnerable to attack damage. Oh, not attack damage. Yeah, I wonder if it would ever be considered to run inside a sideboard, a Morgan. For Luxem in particular, just in case you get into a mirror.
puts the chalice.
Interesting
He
play.
thinks at
Chalice.
20.
Can he
mean-
even push himself to 20? So he's got 3 Luxem, so he can push himself. Lightweight assault, so he can push himself up another 6 to 12. But I don't think he's ever going to be able to hit 20.
Would you do that for? I guess would you do it for the extra draw? Then I guess heal it back.
That's what you could say. When you reveal the Luxem cards, you can take them in any order. So you'll take damage from your sides first, and then you can recover. Pop your chalice before recovering it to draw the extra 2, but yeah, quite strong.
I mean, he's drawn additionally like a couple of rounds now and still hasn't found any more Luxem. Like it's pretty standard. That Luxem's he's had since the start. Hasn't really drawn through to find any more.
Yeah. Interesting.
God, what are your turns here? You don't really play anything because you want to reveal, so you're just picking up and drawing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking to fast play a materialization to see if you can push lethal or not. Senior of the Kohazi.
Tap. Covering 7 cards. Damn. Healing again and damaging. So where did the 6 damage go? To face?
Yep, to face. It's the only unit on board at the moment for Mitch.
First time that lost it. Dark.
Thinking. So many cards in hand.
Wait,
You
what
just
do
don't
you?
know when your opponent can push it.
Like you said, he's not going to get to that high. He has to do. Yeah. I think you to get the kill here, you need a large amount of hands in your large amount of cards in your hand.
Yeah, 15 at most. All right, I think we're in overtime now. It's officially 1 hour, 1 minute into this round.
Here we go. 3 turns away. Can someone find the lethal? I know that I lethally am struggling. He goes to materials, he counts his cards, can he count enough damage, he recounts his cards, looks for an opening, can't find it, counts his cards again, and passes turn. Goes over to Mitch Smiles, Mitch Smiles looks at his cards, counts his cards, reveals, counts his cards again, counts again, denies, passes, gets back to Josh.
Thrilling Luxem play.
So does that count for turn 0 because we're in with Josh at the moment, so that's the turn 1 to Mitch, or this
Hopefully
is now turn
so.
0 with Mitch Snipes? Hopefully so.
Yeah. I haven't seen a judge go into the game yet to make the call for the overtime, but yeah, it technically should be.
A bit more here. I think he's drawn something else here in his side, uncover. Uncover, maybe? Is it a second uncover? And 2 light with result?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's uncover the plot. Yeah. Drawing for turn. That's got to be like 15 cards in hand by now, surely.
Uncover. 2 light weavers.
Two preps on the champ. This will be the push now.
Slice and dice. Okay.
Very nice. Yeah,
And the
expend
prep,
those
that's
preps.
going to come in a lot, right? That's coming in for
A total of 9 if the first 3 hits, yes.
9, 3 first and 6. I think that's 19 maybe on the... How much of the Illusive is done? No, maybe not. 9. How much done here?
So I think it was 6 on
9,
the
4.
Luxem reveal and 9, so it should be on 15 total, I would say.
Right, that's half an art, I don't know.
First Lightweaver's Assault. coming in. If this goes through, we're coming in for 8 on the reveal.
Is it just based on how many cards you reveal or how many Luxem you reveal?
How many cards you have in memory total? And then you can, on the reveal, then you can trigger your on reveal actions for each Luxem card.
Now, we haven't seen a slice and dice in hand, so I don't know if Josh. Oh, there's the counter incapacitate. I think that's lethal. He's done it.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Well played by
That
Mitch.
is beautiful. Like, I don't think he'd seen that slice and dice. That is really great play coming out from Mitch. That was wonderful. That is a great level of skill. Like, I don't think slice and dice was seen by Josh. He probably didn't account for it, and from that, Mitch has closed it off. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I wonder if Josh even considers running slice and dice at all. He's spending a lot of preps on like the thieving cuts or the exploit vulnerabilities, but yeah, might be something he has to consider for his own deck. So I don't think
that was awesome. That's a huge amount. I mean, 9 damage, and how much does it cost to cast a spell? 3, right? 3 for 9. 3 for 9?
3 for what?
9
For
damage.
slice and dice?
Yeah,
it's a 2-cost slice and dice.
2 cost, sorry. 2
Yeah.
cost for 9. You have to remove 3 prep. You have to remove prep counters, correct?
Yeah, 3 prep
Yeah.
counters have to be expended.
That's
you can still
still-
hit the 3 without the prep counter expenditure, but if you want to go for the second hit, you got
2 for 9 is, and I think that's a beauty, and that's like more than a light weavers. You're throwing it in there, and it came off beautifully. But discussing now, well, Necrotic, that was like, we got there. We got there, chat. We got there in the end. We had a great night of casting. It's been super fun to get Limelight to let me in to come cast for Creative Shock. Having Necrotic in here tonight, having Eddie here tonight. Look, I know you had to cast this. Hopefully, we'll still see you here next week, Necrotic. I know you don't want to get burnt out. If we get another Luxem next week, I apologize for you.
It was a pleasure being here.
That was a huge end play. But yeah, what do you think about tonight's game, Necrotic?
Yeah, very enjoyable to watch. Obviously, a lot of the standard heroes that we're typically used to seeing from the previous sets would have been nice to see the newer ones, but
what do you think? So, what do you think's hot take for coming in if you're coming into Toronto this weekend? What's your hot take?
I think that's
Empower is going to see a lot of play.
Right. Are you cooking with Empower at home? Like, what's going on at home? You involve Pixie having Empowers off, or?
Yeah, a little bit of Empower play here and there.
Yeah,
see
all
what we
right.
can do and how we can make it interact with.
If people don't know, Necrotic's a very big Ensol player, so I'm keen to see how he's going to weave in Empowers into his Ensol deck. So
I don't think it works with Ensol. That would be lovely, but no. Efficiency. I see a little efficiency on the Ensol card. And
yeah, just been efficiency on the Ensol card, man. Right, well, this has been a Creative Shock stream. This has been brought by Illusive TCG Weekly. Guys, if you love the content, please give us a like, a subscribe, and we will tune in next week for some more content. Also, if you're looking to play some Grand Archive, this happens every Tuesday night. It starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so get involved with that.
Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Australian Eastern Standard Time, yes, correct.
Yep.
Look, if you want to get involved and come play, please get on the webcam. We'd love to see you here, and I'd love to cast for you. So thank you from me. I'll show to Necrotic and say goodbye, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, thank you all for having me on, and it was good talking and fantastic games by everyone.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks for playing Archive. Thanks for watching Grand Archive, and we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.